Hello, my name's Andy Law. Welcome to LAWhammer.
Touch my face.
I'm looking forward to this one. This is an episode that's been brewing for a wee while. In terms of our tales, as tales go, it's our 7th tale in this long stream of tales that we've had being recorded over the course of the last wee whiley. If you're an all-access patron, you'll have access to the first 2 of those already. The rest of them are already going up, art's up. If you're in our Discord, you'll see that they're all ready and waiting and almost good to go. You don't need to know any of that for this particular one, though, because this is a standalone tale, kinda. Yeah, we'll see how this one goes. Before we go, though, there's a couple of things that we would like to say. Number 1, I shall pass over to the absolutely marvellous Mr. Andy Leask, for he has some things he would like to share with you.
I do indeed. Before I get to plugging Inside the Rookery, I'm just going to briefly plug a game that's just come out from some friends of ours at Three Sail Studio called Gallows Corner, a Peasants Revolt RPG, which is available for sale now, I believe. I backed on Kickstarter and it just arrived yesterday. Comes in a lovely box. Glorious.
Nice.
Covers much shiny, with lots of kind of lovely art in a sort of pseudo-medieval kind of coloured pencil style. It's very, very cool, and that's consistent throughout it all. And then if you did it on a Kickstarter, you got all these lovely little zine kind of expansions as well. It's really good. It's really thematic. We had George on talking on a previous Inside the Rookery about it, and it sounded brilliant, and that's why I backed it, and it's arrived, and it is brilliant. Go watch our old Inside the Rookery about it and go pick it up. If you're at UK Games Expo this weekend, they are there and have a stand, so you can go along, chat to George, tell him we said hi, and yeah, check it out. So that was the first thing.
Number 1.
Second thing to talk about is tomorrow's Inside the Rookery, where we're going to be talking to our fine feathered friend Chris Hanley, who is basically began his sort of tabletop hobby journey as a writer, and kind of began writing professionally quite recently. And last year began working on actually producing his own RPG, working on transhumanism with the musician The Destroy, as well as continuing to work on various other writing things. He's done a lot of work for Iron Kingdoms, a lot of work for Warhammer Fantasy Roleplay for Cubicle 7, and so on. So he's going to be coming on to talk about that transition from being a writer, being a games producer, which is obviously something that Andy knows quite a lot about as well. So there'll be lots of chat about that kind of stuff. So that's tomorrow in all the usual places, so YouTube and Twitch, and then it'll be up on YouTube later on to catch up on if you want to. Please do. We'd love to see you there.
Yeah, I'm looking forward to that, because who doesn't like talking shop about making games? On making games? Have you bought Dark Deeds yet? I bring this up because now is the time to, if you haven't, because Modiphius have a sale on.
Ooh.
And Dark Deeds, right at this moment, and not for much longer after this, is 1/3 off.
Oh, wow, that's good.
33% off your copy of Dark Deeds, which means if you buy 3, 33% off the lot. It's 1 free, basically.
Yeah, that makes sense. Buy
It's
3.
basically
Buy
3, get 1 free.
buy 3, get 1 free.
Season 4.
Buy 3, get 1 free.
So confused.
That's what you should be doing. I recommend it right now, in fact. Go head over to Modiphius' website this very second. If everyone who's watching live did that, we'd immediately sell a whole bunch of copies, and we'd be very happy.
And we've got links in the chat from Hawk.
Oh,
Thanks,
Hawk!
Thank
You kick ass. Thank you very much. So please do go check out Dark Deeds right now over at Modiphius.com or Modiphius.co.uk. You can buy your own game of malicious minions at 1/3 off the normal retail price. Ka-ching! All right. Other
That's
than
very
that,
professionally done from both of you, I would say.
thank you.
Fun
I
game.
particularly like the ka-ching.
Amazing.
Oh, you weren't here
3
last
years
week when
in.
I fucked up.
We're finally beginning to figure out what to do.
I thought that was a dig at me because I fucked up so badly last week, but Ed wasn't here, so he doesn't even know what happened.
Did you fuck up last week?
Yeah.
I was just being
I don't
nice.
remember.
She
Yeah, she
forgot
got the topic wrong.
topic of the
She went, she went
Oh,
off
you did, yeah.
to a completely different topic.
Fucking
She
Brilliant
made
about
one
that
up.
was,
It was
not only
brilliant.
was it not a reference to it, like nobody would have, but because you've mentioned it now, that's a second stream reminding everybody about how you fucked up
I'm
last
shit.
week.
Yeah.
So you might notice that everybody has got some fantastically exciting new portraits sitting beside them. That's because they are playing an interesting mixture of characters. Now, if you know your Warhammer, some of these will be recognizable because they're pretty famous. Others, maybe a little bit less so. But for those of you who don't know, and just to make sure we are clear, starting off with Ed, he is playing the Patriarch of the Amethyst Order. Viggo Hexenson, a man who has sometimes been referred to as the most powerful amethyst user in the world. He has led his college for over 60 years, has been in the order for significantly longer than that, and before that was a blessed priest of more.
Pleased.
Priest, it's like a priest, but it's a bit more
Better.
lispy.
Yeah.
A priest? A priest.
Marriage.
Very polite.
It's what brings us together.
New headcanon, Hexenson has a lisp.
no.
Very
He
demure.
That's
doesn't.
difficult for me to do that.
Hexenson
No,
is
he also
from,
doesn't.
you might not be surprised to hear, Sylvania.
Where are your super long nails you can clack?
He's
They're
not that
just
sort.
invisible.
He's not that sort. Yeah, no, not him. Next we have Lord Magister Niemond.
Hello.
Lord Magister Niemond, who has definitely been in the campaign before and wasn't a knife man, in the disguise of Lord Magister Niemond. He was a good guy, honest. He wasn't an assassin who got killed by, well, Trot.
Oh.
Yeah, that was really close, that one. He almost didn't. It was one of those moments where the entire campaign could have arced off in a different direction.
Just straight 50-50 dice roll.
Yeah. And Niemond did not kill him.
Was it Neiman?
Yeah, if only. Yeah,
If only.
sadly.
All access Patreons will know soon what we're talking about.
Wow, good.
Let's move past that one and head over to, hey, I do believe it's a Bright Wizard. Lindsay is playing
real
Reicheld
Bright
Mayer. Yeah, you can tell. She's got runes all over her face. Not a good time for her. And you'll notice the picture in the corner. They're close to being burning. This is her natural state of affairs. Reicheld Mayer, who is Elric's mistress in the orders. He hasn't spoken
Not
to her that
pregnant.
much.
Yet.
The urge to say yeah was so strong.
Just wait for the side stream.
Hello, mistress. Sorry. What happened?
Powerful babies.
Yeah, quite. It's the babies that are powerful. Reicheld Mayer. So beyond the story we've already picked up from her in our previous streams, which is once she even challenged the Patriarch of the Order to the Order itself, very nearly beat Gorman.
Wow.
Yeah, very nearly beat Gorman, but didn't.
He probably cheated.
It was rigged.
Almost certainly.
Yeah.
Or also he probably held back.
Should have thrown some sand in his face.
That's how they do the great wizard duels. Sun in your face! Ah!
Pocket sand.
Smash the patriarchy.
Yeah, quite.
Literally.
Next, Sage is playing Elicinda Gizelmundus, who is a character who was based
Quite the
upon...
hell of a name.
It is indeed. A character who was based upon Dave Gallagher's art for Light Wizards all the way back when they were doing Warhammer Online, a game that never, ever got produced. They did all the art, they did tons of work, and the company behind it didn't make the game. And it sort of all fell apart. But that art got used in a book called Blood on the Reich, which was an art book that was... have you got it up there? Oh, look at that. Blood on the Reich. And Elicinda was based on one of those in there. Put it simply, she is one of those light wizards who will...
Lindsay's fucking up again. Hold on.
Whichever way she turns it, it's upside down.
I think we all need to take a moment to point and laugh. The wizards are near the back, as I recall, but or in the
Just
back
you
third
keep
somewhere.
talking.
So I did a picture of her a long time ago for Warhammer, quite a long time ago, and she's been used a couple of times, not in our game, but in other places. I don't think, however, I ever added her to Fantasy Roleplay. There she is, Elicinda Gizelmundus. So she's sitting in that book right there. And yes, she is basically wearing some loose white straps because the light wind is so hard to channel that almost anything blocks it. The men, but of course, look at the man version. He's covered in robes.
You know you have to sing, right?
Giselmundus multipass.
all of my speaking will just be singing. No, let's not do that.
No, let's do that.
No, let's not do that.
Definitely do that.
I do have a little mirror though to blind you all.
Excellent, because her robes have got mirrors on that she uses to reflect the light and basically laser beam the ass off anyone who gets too close to her.
Pew pew. Pew
Nice.
pew.
Just like that.
Pew pew. You have to sing it.
And finally,
Without singing.
we have Kervin Sigmarsson, the Patriarch of the Amber Order.
Son of Sigmar.
Kervin is another canon character. He pops up in a couple of places, was first mentioned all the way back in Warhammer Fantasy Roleplay First Edition, and is the current Patriarch of the Order. If we go with the End Times version, he will not be Patriarch for, well, a few years' time, as he gets replaced by Gregor Martok, as I recall, or Martok, whatever his name is. He's the Patriarch in the End Times. So, that's who they all are. I'm also going to be playing 3 characters, so good luck with that. We'll get to that when we get into the episode itself. So, with that all said and done, do we have anything that we'd like to cover before we get going? Does anyone else have anything they'd like to say? Like, for example, remember to subscribe!
No, let's go on.
Click like! You're on YouTube right now. For those of you who are not watching live, remember to subscribe. Thank you. But yes, anyone got anything else they'd like
Ring
to
a
say?
bell.
Discord.
Comment.
Discord! That's a good one.
Join Discord.
Join the Discord. One thing that I would like to call out is the work that Saurus is doing. It is Saurus in the LAWhammer Gym channel,
Oh, yeah.
which is really cool actually, where we are collectively taking up the exercise that people are doing, tracking that into miles traveled. If we need to get across a river, people have to do some rowing.
I'm the rower and the swimmer.
And then we are basically moving from...
We're doing the pilgrimage.
We're doing the
guys.
pilgrimage. Okay, so we're doing the
Yeah,
pilgrimage.
And we're going to get all the way to Aberdeen.
Yeah.
Don't
What is
worry.
this?
Yeah.
Yeah.
I literally like an 80k cycle yesterday, so does that
Oh!
not
Discord.
What
You
is
just got to put it
I
on
don't
the
use
Discord.
Discord with all these scumbags.
And
I mean, join our Discord. It's great. I'm there all the time. I comment on every.
if,
Definitely not-
Scumbag!
I'm
Correct.
definitely not a Lindsay Sack up in accounts.
and if you don't like doing cardio and stuff, you can still put stuff in. We have people doing fighting and like lookouts and climbing, like all sorts of things.
Yeah, it's genuinely pretty entertaining and one of the better things I've seen out of the internet. for
It's
quite
great,
a
isn't
long,
it?
long time.
And Soros is like GMing it and actually turning it into a story.
it's really
and
good.
Telling us what perils we're undergoing. It's great.
And he's also like transcribing our episodes.
He's doing
right?
the
Yeah, the
he's
subtitles.
doing the episode subtitles just
With
now.
Schmidt.
He's
With
up to just finishing off episode 3, as I recall.
Mm.
So they're going into the ones that are on YouTube and they're fixing the subtitles to get rid of all the very strange words they choose for Aluminiwaith, as an example.
Oh, yeah.
Aluminiwaith, not that common apparently in standard English, or indeed any language. So yeah, it comes up with some rather inventive words and they're slowly but surely going through it, fixing it all. And I get a ping about once a week saying, Andy, what the hell were you saying then? Because I can't understand it. And I like to say it was because the sound was rubbish then and not because I'm inarticulate.
Yes.
So yeah,
and,
join the Discord.
And if you also want some semblance of subtitles, the Spotify podcast ones after the first book also have subtitles
Oh,
all
fabulous.
on them. And next month I did some extra episodes, so you'll get lots of side episodes all in one go.
Oh.
That is on. That's the podcast
Spotify.
The
version.
podcast, yeah.
Oh, perfect.
Yeah.
Very good. Look at us. We're all doing
We've
things.
all been doing things, yeah.
I've done nothing.
No.
I am.
You went round and went, I hate this place, and Discord.
Yeah, to be fair.
There we go.
I'm doing stuff.
Shut up, Aaron.
Actually,
talent only.
actually, I'm going to call that out as well because we're in the process just now of organising the next part of the campaign because apparently we're reaching the end of this one. And the first book of Path of the Old Ones is Mists of Albion. And the opening titles for that are currently being planned by a certain corner goblin, and they're looking really quite spiffy. They have all sorts of cunning plans. She's got a team together, and she is pulling together what I think is going to be a really nice set of credits.
Wicked.
Yeah, it's looking super fun. So, yes, we're doing stuff. It's great. So, now that we've all blown our trumpets, or alternatively just said Discord sucks, I think it is time for us to dive into episode 85.7? Is it 85.7?
Wow.
Yeah.
Wow. Yeah, 85.7. We've had 6 other Tales episodes this week, some of which were devastating.
I hate to know what just happened there.
Yeah.
It's best just not to know.
Yeah. So far, I'm up. We've got the first one, which was your one.
Oh, yeah?
Yeah, that was your one. Point 1, which is where you went over and had a chat with someone and things happened.
Yeah.
And point 2,
Sounds
which
lovely.
was
It was lovely.
Yumi's one, where she continued to have a chat with someone she chatted to before and said a few things. There we go. Super exciting episodes.
Send everyone away and let them be safe, and then. Yeah.
Can't remember what point 3 is. Oh, that's your one.
Well, my one's up as well already. So.
Oh, yeah, that's your
That's
one
from
from Tales of Boomers, right?
Yeah.
From earlier as well.
Yeah.
Holy heck, that means there's 7 episodes going up this week.
Wow.
That is a lot
Bumper
for
content.
all those all-access peeps. But I think it's time for us to dive into episode number 85.7. God, we're going to number them better next season.
Yeah.
As we dive into The Gate. My lord, I have to say thank you for your very generous hospitality. I did not intend to stay over long, but your... And the old Light Magister pauses. Your invitation, he says, took my attention. So I would like to say, Your Grace, that I think I can actually help you, he says. You are looking to learn, I understand, about the motivations of Her Royal Highness, Grand Duchess Katerina I of Mittenheim, yes? And on the other side of the table, a voice says, yes. He nods. Well, I think I can tell you something of her motivation. What you have to understand, my lord, Your Grace, yes, he says, is that she is under the influence of the elves of the Laurel Lawn, he says. In fact, if I were to be more accurate, I would say it was the Sturmjägers, which I believe you might be aware of. What you have to understand is that she is acting in accordance with their desires. Now, you might wonder what their desires are, so let me loosely explain them to you in a way that I think will concern you. He says, they are following the design of one Alamena wife, the Witch of the Woods, he says. The Crone Seer, the Queen of the Laurel Lawn, the chosen representative of Morai Heck, the goddess of elven death. But she has done something. She has diminished herself, so that she can hide her activities from the gods. Consider her like an ant, where before she was just a normal man walking amongst society. But as an ant, none pay attention to her activities. You know of her activities, for you know her well. There is a pause. I do not. Alamena wife. also goes by the name of the Adorable. There's a pause. What you have to understand is that she has filled her companions with this fate-filled nonsense concerning, reputedly, the end of the world itself. Such high-strung, exceptional talk has set them off on a path which they are not happy to move away from. And that has caused the rise of followers of darker powers, for she cannot pass unseen to them. There is, and his hand twitches down to his waist where there's a book. And it lights up with a slight bluish mist, and his hand pulls away and it drifts off. There is an entity, her enemy, one of her enemies, that seeks to see her. He is called the Watcher. Sarthoriel the Watcher. He goes by many names. Indeed, once he was just a human, he says. And he needs to see her, for he is the eyes of one of the ruinous powers themselves. And without eyes upon her, the ruinous powers cannot be certain of their plans. That sounds like a good thing, he says. Well, you might further agree when you find that this Sarthoriel created the cult that you know as the Purple Hand, to act as its eyes, to act as its touch with the mortal realms. But because of her activities, its attempt to become a true eye within the mortal realms was stymied. In fact, the Sturmjägers are responsible for holding it back. And again, he goes, that sounds like a good thing. And he says, you would think that until you realize the ramifications of what they did.
Blew up everything.
Boom! We
Every
saved
time.
everything!
We did it, guys.
You gotta have priorities. Listen.
Says,
In ruins, you say.
What did you do?
the Purple Hand, he says, were restructured and reorganized to create a new opening into the world, but this time, a devastating one. Previously, it would have been a minor rent, an inconvenience for maybe a year or two, but not now. Because of their activities, the demon in question, Sarthoriel, considered that it must come to the material plane to understand how it could possibly have been defeated. After all, the ruinous powers need to understand what is happening here. I do not like this at all. Are you sure you should be discussed? I'm a light magister. He says, this is what I deal with. So this cult did what? They work for an entity known by many different names. Sin, Cha, Morda, he says. Sanleth. But the Purple Hand know it as Siege. He says, well, and this entity needs its eye to see. So it has poured all of its resources into bringing its eye into the material realm, here, so it can see the witch that tries to hide from it. Because if it's here, it can detect her. Because of their actions, they have caused a greater power of the ruinous gods to enter the empire. What does that mean? It means that Dunkelberg has been lost, Your Grace. It has gone. It is where I travel to next, in fact. And what happened to it? A great rent into the realm of chaos. It swallowed the entire town. Oh, don't get hurt.
Thank you.
Yeah.
Perfect plan.
Says, and what came through? What of this eye? Well, says, there is a true reason that Sarthoriel wished to come. And then there is also what Sarthoriel did. What did it do? I'm here to advise, says as he sits back. These matters are difficult for any to consider. But put it this way, it has an enemy, a dire enemy, for it knows things it sees. And its dire enemy is the Empress of Nippon. She is yet to be Empress, of course. And that is exactly what it intends to do. Stop it. The Empress of Nippon is Sarthoriel's greatest enemy. And when it came into the mortal realms, says, it saw that the Empress was close by, so chose to attack it. Immediately. The Empress of Nippon is here. Not yet. He says, she has yet to take the throne. You are dealing with entities where time itself does not matter to them. It sees what she will become and does not like it, so sought to kill it immediately. Unfortunately, as his hand strays down to his waist, it did not turn out well for Sarthoriel.
I've just written in my notebook, girl boss Umi.
I mean, thanks, Gerhard.
Yeah. Sarthoriel was in a position to destroy the Princess of Nippon, unfortunately, before it could finish its deed. Gerhard, he says, one of the Sturmjägers that are causing you so much trouble, using the very situation you set up to provide him with a soul and protect your son. He says, relinquish the soul that was given to him by Cramond. He says,
But he's just a dog guy.
and turned the demon into a book. As he says, "Ugh." So you're telling me it's my fault that this demon got captured. That's a good thing, right? He says,
Yep.
yes. But it has had ramifications. For now the cult no longer has its mind in place, and something else has replaced it. Is there always something else? Yes. My grace. This something else is another greater demon of the Lord of Fate, of the Lord of Deception. Its name is Shera Getru. He says, and it now resides in Altdorf because of the actions of that group. And it now uses the Purple Hand for its own devices. What has that got to do with the princess? Ah, the Grand Duchess. As I say, she believes that the Sturmjägers are doing good. But they are simply agents of chaos, following a feathered lord by the name of Alamenowide.
Rude.
I mean, you've got feathers.
Feathered
Lady.
Lady, come on.
Feathered lady. She's a demon. I told you, she is the beloved messenger of Morai Heg. Morai Heg is Char. Pardon? He says, oh, worry not. The gods are complicated. It's as much Morai Heg as it is Mor. What? He says, Mor is dead. Char is not. They are the same entity on either side of the divide. What? He says,
This is how I feel every week. Just
For the record, we're all passing notes to each other like, Engels is grabbing. What's even happening?
Finkel is Einhorn.
what? He says, So now you know, my lord. She is under the thrall of the ruinous powers, and you are correct to war against her. I think it is probably time for me to leave. There is a great gate in the south, after all.
What the fuck?
And I need to see what I can do to help resolve that situation in a way that doesn't leave it spilling whatever it is that it spills into this realm. He says, and he gets up and blindly walks over to the edge of the tent, waving Sigismund. And a voice behind him says, that was a lot of bullshit. He says, yeah, I agree. He says, a lot of bullshit. He clearly wants us to attack the Mindenheimers. Well, we already have. He says, yeah, but break the truce. We already broken that too. Yeah, but publicly. He says, we've done that as well. Not quite. Oh, fair enough. Fair enough. I'll go first, though. Elsewhere, Kervin Sigmarsson has been walking for some week. He's not been dragging his feet physically. But in almost every other way he has been. It's not often that the Emperor himself provides order in his direction. Elector Count and Emperor, a double whammy of annoyance. And it was also directed at him. He couldn't exactly ignore it, nor could he easily pass it on to somebody else in the order. Hopefully someone more important than him, who would be able to actually not have him be bothered. But no, the Emperor requested him. So he's been heading south for the last week. And the further he goes, the more uncomfortable he has grown. He hasn't dragged his feet, but he's wanted to. He can see them over on the other side of the river. He's been following them for half a day. One of them is very short. He's already pegged her as a bright wizard.
Probably because no one's standing next to her.
And it's the runes, not just upon her arms, but upon her face, that have not stopped glowing. But he understands that. Thregi is a wolf.
His dog.
Wolf.
His dog.
He calls it dog.
Just
a
a
wolf.
dog.
His eyes have been glowing a ruddy, ambery brown for the last 2 days. That shouldn't be happening. It's one of your familiars. And whilst, yes, he is, you suppose, magical, he doesn't normally have glowing eyes. It's part of the reason you've been dragging your feet. Because whatever is ahead is doing something. The tall, light magister is more interesting. Well, first, she's not under 5 foot tall. You were half convinced with the little berry that bright wizard was wearing that it was a boy at a distance. But she turned round and, oh no, she's not a boy. For such a short person, she has surprisingly large breasts.
Oh.
Gizamundus, by comparison, does not. This is one you recognize. Gizamundus is a known quantity to you. You never met her, but you recognize her. I mean, no one else would wander around wearing what she isn't wearing. That's the first thing. But when you joined the state army of Talabicland some 20 years ago, you stayed with them for the absolute minimum you could, 1 year. They were full of talk regarding the greenskin victories that she had some 20 years before that successfully enjoyed. One of them, who was a captain that you had some conversation with, explained how she, with but 1,000, had held off almost 40,000 orcs.
Wow.
In a pass. Could not let a moment pass with a new person without telling that tale, because he was one of them. And it was his finest moment, and it was an almost eternal battle. And he survived it. And he's proud of it, and he wanted to meet her again, but she'd vanished. That's definitely her. Or it's her daughter. Because that's the description you were given.
Mm-hmm.
You're pretty certain. Plus, to make it easier, Thraki, her to be named Gizamundus. So it might be her daughter, but it's probably her. The tall purple wizard looks like every other tall purple wizard you've seen. You have no idea who it is, nor do you really. And it's at that very moment, as he sits on the other side of the river, as the hood pulls back, and you see his bald head, and you look at him and go, oh shit, it's the patriarch. You met him last year when the patriarchs got together, and you had to turn up. You've only been to 2 of the meetings. Yep, that's him. Oh no, you've not strictly met him. You didn't even talk to him, but that's him. Patriarch's here too. Yeah. He's currently talking to a grey wizard. They all look the same.
Could be the patriarch for all anyone knows.
Could be.
Grey, yeah.
Yeah, could be. As you sigh and look at the last of them, taller woman than Reichheld, but far from a tall woman. She looks like she'd be happier baking bread. She's got thick arms, a stocky body, broad chest, and she just looks like she's been doing a lot of kneading in her life. But she's wearing gold with a brown apron. A golden sword that shimmers and shines out of the scabbard. Again, you imagine that normally wouldn't be the case. but something's happened.
Hmm.
She occasionally looks down at it, and you've heard her tut. She doesn't like it. You're going to have to go over. You have to, because they're about to head inland. You can't follow them from the side of the river and further. You promised you'd meet up with them within a week, and it's now the week. You leap into the river, and you swim across as a snake, and rise up out the other side. Your 3 wolves following you, and emerge some 200 yards downstream of where they are, far enough away that it's unlikely they'll immediately detect the fact that you are releasing a spell, because there's so much magic in the air that it will just get drowned out by all the rest of it. Shake off your hair. I suppose you better go and introduce yourself. Over at the camp, it was considered wise not to stay at the inn, largely because of Reichheld. She is glowing. It's a low red glow, but nevertheless constantly glowing. It's not too hard to camp. It's near summer. The weather's nice. You've got all the necessary accoutrements. So hey, why not? It was the Grey's idea. Magister Neiman. He was the one who suggested camping. He seemed to be quite positive about the idea, and it was enough to almost rub off on everyone else. Everybody feels a bit antsy. The air is thick with magic. The winds are here. Say, for example, on an average day, you roll a d6, and that's how much wind you've got today from your wind, with 6 being a lot, and it can explode. So if you roll a 6, you could roll again and keep on rolling. You could get a very big number. Today, it's an easy 20 for everyone. 20 to 26, rather than 1 to 6. It's just a lot. And for some, this is easier than others. For Heish, it's as almost like there's none, because Heish is so thin and diffuse anyway. It takes pure notes to turn it into anything useful. Singing. And it has to be done
singing.
very cleanly to be successful. The notes have to be pure. By comparison, the red wind is flooding. Occasionally, it gutters high within her, and all her runes along the length of her body flare red and across her face red, and then go back down again as the wind shifts by. With Amethyst, it's not onerous at all. You can feel it. The sands on dust of the Amethyst wind are clogging around everything, and the trees would be dying if it wasn't for the amount of jade in the place as well. They are counteracting each other. The Hish has not reached the point where the trees have started to live, but there's almost enough that some of the smaller creatures will begin to gain intellect. There is that much Hish. You think that as you get closer to the anomaly, whatever is there, it's possible you will encounter things that should not be clever, should not be sentient, gaining sentience. Stones, trees, they'll start to scream. They'll start to be. And they'll have a mind because of the Hish. They'll have motion because of the other winds. For the Grey, this makes you antsy. It makes you eager to not be standing still. It's scudding around. Instead of being a heavy, easy mist, it's rising and swirling up like a storm cloud. And at points, it goes high and obscures the sky to your vision, making it just difficult. Just difficult. By comparison, it's affected the Gold Patriarch quite heavily, in that she has slowed down. She's now down to movement 2. Half her normal movement, because she's so thick and heavy with the shaman. It's caused her sit down. As she says, whatever we're going up against, it's not anything like I've seen before or felt. She says, I keep on loosely channeling the wind from me, but it's not enough. It's just not enough. We leave in the morning? He says, there's only 6 of us. 5 of us. 5 of us. Well, the other 3, I was told by the Emperor, there'd be 8 of us.
It would make sense that there would be one for each wind.
It concerns me that they'd ask all of us to come, though. I'm
Yes.
surprised they asked you to come.
I wish to come on my own. Wanting.
Well, Mom, it's an unprecedented phenomenon, Mom. Perhaps they did not know what would be needed, so they sent all of us.
No, I don't believe it. I was approached by... Do you know the Emperor's brother? Yeah, well, he was pretty clear that whatever was going on up here is bad, so...
It is. You can feel it.
There's 2 of the patriarchs here.
But then it must be something, Lady Patriarch, it must be something quite important. Why does it...
Patriarch.
Matriarch.
And a voice comes from the wood just over there. It says, so many important people. Hands up, wearing long, green, muddy robes. Hair hanging loose and dirty, half a beard in place. It's a bit scraggly. It says, I'm a magister. It says, come in. Who are you? It says, Lord Magister Talthor Grunfeld. He says, your families. He says, well, that's one more. You're just arriving. You're quiet.
The worst possible time is I'm eating my sweet. No, it's 2. He's going to enter quietly. Fuck it.
Just come up on the side and just...
Too squishy.
It's a good squishy, though. As she turns around, sees you, and goes, make that 7, Lord Patriarch.
Matriarch?
That's 3 patriarchs.
We expecting one more than.
That's 3 patriarchs, including myself. That is unprecedented. To just go, what do they think is here?
We have felt it, though. Everywhere.
I have never felt such a surgeon of archery in my life.
My hackles are firmly stood up. This is horrible.
This is my cock, says Talthor Grunfeld. It has been for 2 days now. Trust me, it's not as good as you might think. He says, the downside to my wind is the upside. It's a bit too up. He says, I've actually got it strapped in place with a string. He says, because I have to. The alternatives, you be quiet, please. Oh, it's the practicality of the whole situation, he says.
So I hardly see how it's relevant.
It's exactly the same as what everyone else was discussing, but in my own way.
I believe after 4 hours you should see a doctor.
Yes. Yeah. Good to know.
Especially if
Says-
you keep telling total strangers about it.
Given it's been
She'll-
2 days,
Tilt her head at him.
says, this might be my last trip. He says, the world will miss me.
I would take that.
He says, so, I have no idea what we're doing here. I just got told I had to come by my matriarch.
We have, well, some of us were told by Ferrand
Oh,
of the Greys. Speaking of, who asked you to arrive?
The same.
Ferrand. Some of us, on our own intuition, the feeling is off. The world is wrong.
Are you proposing, Lord Patriarch, this is a breadth greater than one that has been encountered by the colleges before?
It feels greater than each time we have dealt with this.
Wind starts picking up. And a crack of his ear, large enough that you all catch it. Another crack, and then a swirling of wind some 50 yards away. As out comes Stern Glanzen, Lord Magister of the Celestial Order. She looks over. Oh, hello. Sorry for the rude entry. He says, I came to the wrong side of the river. Figured this was quicker. He says, I would have sent up a spark or something to warn you, but I figured you probably wouldn't notice. The man of magic, he says, look at this. He raises his hands. There's just little crackles of electricity going up and down his hands. That's not normal. He says, I imagine that's not normal either. He says, looks at you. Stern Glanzen, Celestial Order. Oh, he says, sorry, I couldn't tell it was you at the distance. So good to see you, Neiman. Oh, very good. Stern Glanzen.
Lady Magister Reichelmer.
Right. Reichelmer. Right, yes, Stern Glanzen. I know who you are. He says, Lady Magister Guzmundus. Hierophant of... Is it chemistry? Is that what you're doing? Or no, it's physics. Hierophant of physics, I remember. A damn fine way of getting out of military duty, if you ask me. If only my college had the same. We just have to rely on old age on my side, I'm sorry to say. Yes. Stone Glanzen. Good to meet you.
Kervin.
Kervin. Oh, very good. Amber, I trust.
Yeah.
Oh, good. Just call you Kervin.
That's fine by me.
Sounds good to me as well.
Patriarch Kervin, if you want to be.
Oh, you're the
very
patriarch.
Specific, but Kervin's
I
always.
feel sorry for
Stop.
you.
It's fine. Yeah.
He says, claps you on the shoulder. I understand. I understand. And, Stone Glanzen, as he goes, well, I do have one. But, yeah. He says, good to meet you. He says, Lord Magister Grunfeld of the Disorder. He says, good, a Grunfeld. Never met one of those before. If you don't mind, I'm going to sit down. He says, he lifts up his hand. What is this?
I have noticed an increase in the winds, exponentially almost, and that concerns me, and I do not think we should be staying here for the night. I think we should just press on.
They are becoming uncontrollable.
Well, if we do require rest, and as long as you are near me, no demon should be able to approach. So we shall.
I can't imagine there's going to be any demons.
What?
Man here.
What's this about demons?
I am just making sure you are informed that there will be no demons
He will.
around me.
He'll get one of his dogs to scout.
I believe the Lady Magister was just seeking to reassure us all that we could rest
Well,
safe.
it's just that nerves are kind of on edge.
If there's a possibility of demons, then we cannot afford to sleep.
Glanzen says,
Can we?
or alternatively, we can't not sleep because some of us are human and require it. He says, I understand that you young ladies, such as yourself, can just walk all night, walk all the next day, keep on glowing.
She's literally like just
Yes,
tapping her
but
foot.
I can't keep glowing day after day. I need my rest, he says. And besides, I came all the way here today, which I think was quite the feat in and of itself. Don't you think, my dear? I think so. Yes, very good. So, that being the case, if you desperately must, stand watch while I have a nap. Oh, that would be much better.
It is prudent that we have our
Has
wits
anybody
about
got
us.
coffee or tea?
Well,
I'll find something. Who's got a pot? You always have a pot.
Oh,
Quick question for you,
Yes.
so I don't do a faux pas.
Yes.
Could I make him young again?
No.
Is that? To be fair,
No.
I was told some very interesting things that can be done.
No, you can't
If you do
reverse
that
time.
to a blue,
You can't reverse.
right? But control.
You can speed it up and you slow it down. You can't reverse.
Ah, thank you. That
Yeah.
helps.
Yeah, yeah.
For the elements, I keep fucking decrepit.
Skeleton.
Oops.
I can make it appear to be faster than it is while we rest.
Lord Patriarch, I appreciate that you could do that, but my concern is not with my experience of time passing. My concern is that time will be passing.
Yes, but did you not understand? I get it. Your brain is at least 4 steps ahead of where he is, and he's still behind you. What he's saying is that we could all have a good nap, but as far as the rest of the world is concerned, only a few minutes will have passed.
That sounds marvelous.
Yeah, translate it for you. But not so fast that we can't get a cup of tea. Sternquan said, because we need some tea. Some of us need to calm down. It's been a long trip, he says.
I
And
don't think
this,
he's going to make you fall asleep. I think you've still got your will to do as you please. So if you want tea,
I want tea,
get your tea.
he says. I'll get the water, he says. Oh, as Talther says, here, I'll give it here. Oh, thank you very much, young man. And he says, I'll go get the water.
Was that in character?
No, probably not.
Okay, good.
What happened?
It's like, put a kettle on.
That is how she floats.
Talther's already off doing it anyway. As he comes back with the water.
Would you like me to heat it for you?
And says, no, I think it's often better just letting things go naturally sometimes. Patience.
Given how powerful the winds are, one wouldn't want to accidentally.
Well, I think I know my own wind, sir. I think I know my own. I'm going to have a walk.
That's your best.
Do scout.
I will
I've-
come with you.
I've got a scout out.
Good. Thank you, Lord Patriarch. Sit back.
He's a good boy. He's a very good boy.
As Lady Matriarch Feldman says, so tomorrow we'll, 5 minutes I suppose, if you are willing to help and you think it's safe, we will head out and see what we find. Have any of you dealt with rent before? I have. And I dealt with a relatively large tear. It was almost 3 feet in height. You couldn't see its periphery. It was mutating the very air around it, twisting everything around it. The edge was pure fire. And that took us about 12 hours to deal with. There were 6 of my order there.
Could you feel it from this far away?
No, not from this far away. I'm not sure what to expect. It might even be twice as large as that. Maybe 3 times even. Which would be difficult. Very difficult. Demons were pushing out of it. That was difficult. We had to set up a plan to deal with the demons so that we could both work at trying to close the rent, mend the material realm, make everything feel solid again, That didn't work as well as we'd hoped. There's a theory that you can fix it by effectively feeding it.
If we put more into it.
To pull it all back into it, yeah. But we couldn't do that. There was only us. But they rather distressingly sent one of every college, which makes me feel that there is a tacit, unspoken suggestion that we may require all of the winds to be directed towards it, which does suggest it might be one of the larger examples.
Grunfeld, do you have anything stronger than tea?
He says, that I do.
Good.
He says, you want some? There you go.
Yeah.
He says,
Skull.
well, you didn't take it all.
Rank.
He says, yar. Shakes his head. Shakes his head.
Well, I mean, at least we've got a certified war hero here. If you are who I think you are.
Is that story true, by the way?
That's the least of your deeds.
Okay, fair enough. Sure. Those days are far behind me, but I am not so rusty. But in my many years, I have not seen anything larger than what was mentioned, so I do not have experience with those.
Notes. Krista says, well, I'm not drinking tea, so I'm just going to head down and nap. If you're going to do whatever you're going to do, well, Patriarch, I suggest you do it now. Let's waste no time.
Very well.
It's larger working. Do your spell.
Do the spell.
Go on, screw it up.
+8, right?
Yeah.
So 12.
12, yeah, I'll do. Give him
12 spells.
as he stamps his staff down into the ground, and a purple, swirling rune spills across the top of the skull. And as it goes, it slows down until it goes slowly. That will run for around about 9 hours.
What's the space that it's covering?
About 30 feet around you. About 30 feet around you.
So how much-
As the rest of the world just freezes out there. And the leaves and the trees stop, the water stops.
Well, that's remarkable.
Right, good night then.
A passing shrew off on the edge sees you go at a remarkable speed, because on the inside of this, you're moving at an enormous rate. Talther, who's going about the tea, just goes all over the place as the shrew and runs.
It's come a long way from midnight.
It has indeed come a long way from midnight. Tears off. The sands of the amethyst wind spiral very slowly near the edge. It's good.
I would suggest staying within the boundaries. For if you step outside, just a small part, time would be different for that part than in here.
That's amazing.
Sounds uncomfortable, says Talther.
Yeah, don't stand
Don't
too
cross
close
over.
to it.
He says, I'm going to nervously nap then.
It
As he
is
lies down.
extraordinarily uncomfortable.
And Stern glances in and goes, excellent tea. Scoop. Chin chin. He says, I don't sleep much anyway. Anyone know any good stories? He says, you always know good stories, Niemand. You always wait for someone else
Right,
to
Kel
offer.
will also take a cup of tea.
You're asleep.
She loves tea. No, she said good night. She didn't go to sleep.
Neiman is actually asleep, but nobody has noticed. What was that, oh boy?
He says, store, oh, never mind. He says, I thought I was the old man.
Oh, one never passes up an opportunity to take a nap when one is afforded an opportunity to take a nap.
He says,
When you reach our age, it's important,
no one near my age, young man.
Wow.
He
It's all
says,
relative, isn't
you
it?
can't pull that on me.
I wouldn't dream of pulling anything on you, old boy.
Talther rolls over. Well, to tomorrow, he says, may whatever it is that they've sent us to deal with be easily resolved, because I admit I am a little concerned. He says, 8 of us, 3 patriarchs. But there is one significant benefit of all this. We're not in Altdorf.
We'll have a drink to that.
And
He was going to ask if the matriarch needs help with her armor.
she isn't wearing any. She's just wearing loose clothing and
I thought
and
she was all in
an
gold
apron.
armor.
No, not at all. She's wearing
Oh.
gold-colored clothing and brown. But no, she isn't armor at all. She'll just curl up by the fire and have
Donk.
the fastest sleep ever. The fastest 8 hours of her life. As on the outside. The fastest breathing that's ever breathed. As they sit there all vibrating around the fire as they breathe. Occasionally one of them rolls. Look like they're being turned on the spit. Spinning around at a ridiculous speed, but from your perspective, it's just all normal.
We look like how Reichelt looks normally.
God,
You
Reicheld
used-
must be going so fast right now.
When you were a young apprentice, long time ago, down in the 9th level, there's entire rooms for studying that have those spells casted with them. The Amethyst Order come over once every 5 years and recast them so that you can get a good 8 hours of study in a 5-minute slot. And the spaces there are extremely tightly booked. But 5-minute slots, you've got a lot of slots in the day. And anyone who's got exams coming up, they're booking bank after bank after bank, but 8 hours has passed for you. So you get tired really fast. You go away and you're like, oh, can't we sleep in here? No, out you go. So it doesn't give you that much more time, but it also gives you tons more time. You made the mistake once when you were young of doing all of your study 5 minutes before the exam. You walked into the exam having done a full day study, then going in there for another 8 hours study and came out absolutely exhausted. You did all right. 5 minutes. The sun is exactly where it was when you went to sleep. The shrew isn't. It has managed to use that 5 minutes to its advantage and has moved into the undergrowth. The water has begun to drift downstream towards Altdorf again. All in all, from your perspective, time has brought you a certain amount of relaxation. But as is often the case, and as you know will be the case in this, it's not quite right. Do this too much, and everything goes weird. Your entire sense of time goes off. Your body sometimes gets sick. You've got to be careful. Almost every young Light Magister gets sick like this at some point. Because unlike the Amethyst, who use this spell sparingly, they don't.
Got studying to do.
Exactly.
The whole College of Hermione.
It's such a privileged college.
College.
I don't understand.
It's funny because all of them are mostly orphans from Altdorf as well.
Yeah.
Yeah, and almost all of them were just taken from the
Or
streets.
so they claim.
Well, yeah, there is that. Like Lord Magister or Apfelsaft. If they don't have a name, they get given one by the college. His name is Applejuice. Lord Magister Applejuice.
Adorable.
Yeah, well, he was a kid then. And now he has to deal with it as an adult.
Is he not cider as he's an adult?
Funny, but no. So, it's the next day, and says Stern Glanzend. By comparison, Kirsta Feldman, the matriarch, says, we'd better be off.
Of course, Lady Mitra.
That's why.
Does anybody have any suggestions for when we get there? Anything that would...
Well, I think we should need to see what we're dealing with first before we make too many plans.
All right, let's go then.
I mean, having some idea might be wise.
But do you know what we're going to be facing?
No, I don't have an idea. I'm just saying. If anyone, the Light Order usually would have some kind of knowledge of these things. Or am I wrong?
No, your call for demons is almost certainly the case. If there is an open rent in reality, there will be spirits and demons, and most of the spirits will become demons quickly. Sometimes it starts off normal, but the second the demons know that there's a place, they home in, and it's like a shining beacon. Reality beaming out its light, and they all clog to get through.
Well, there will be much that is different from our usual surroundings. Objects will gain sentience and start screaming. There will be demons, and spirits will turn into demons. And I suggest you stick close to me. If you are scared, move closer rather than further away if you can. And channeling will be difficult, so we shall keep it to a minimum.
Wise words, as John said. I mean, it's already difficult. Or should I say a little too easy? I go right across the river. Whip snap. Says, crack. I normally find that spell a bit challenging. Not today. It says, right, we're ready for a walk. Unless any of you have got any swifter ways. No, let's walk then. It says, as everybody sets off. We're going cross country. And yes? No. We're going cross country. And in the distance, you can see that the sky has taken on a different quality. The colours far off towards the west are wrong. The sky itself, which would be a lovely pale blue normally, is instead a wash with different colours, which everyone can see. Quite distant, miles away, but a wash. Doesn't bode well, says Sturmglanzend.
Lady Matriarch, was there this refractive effect in the last portal you closed?
No. It was held within a building. The building itself had half come alive with what was contained within it. Demons, a lot of them. We had to focus on dealing with the demons. So we could get close enough. But no, this is odd, isn't it? It's looking up. Very odd. Can't say I like the look of it at all. It's about 10 minutes later when the first, let's say, anomaly is clear. It's a stone that's skipping its way down the road. Skip, skip. Skip, skip. Skip, skip. Roll. Skip, skip. Grumfeld goes over and goes, I don't want to touch it. Pokes it with his staff. It rolls. There's no feet or arms or anything. Dodge, it seems to be a little bit like a jumping bean, except it's a jumping stone. I don't know if I want to pick that up. It seems fun. Anyone see anything about that looks odd? You can do a test if you want.
Oh,
12.
22.
Okay.
I rolled 0-1.
Nice.
What are
The
we
bears are
adding?
passing. You're adding a 6.
Plus, it was a crit. So.
Oh, I rolled an 8.
Nice. Have you not? Is that
8
including what you
successes.
add? Did you not know what you add?
I don't know what.
Yeah,
the-
you don't know. You add 9.
Okay.
Yeah.
Cool.
As it appears to be taint-free. There's no obvious signs of dar around it or anything. It just seems to have skipped into life. Talther, who goes, too much Gyron. is starting to come alive, says as he picks it up. And I can't see. Oh, it's inside. Listen. Yeah, it's inside. Tosses it.
Do we need
That's
this?
miles away. We haven't met anyone. Not a single person.
There is a chance that we have met what used to be people.
No,
His eyes widen. Well, that doesn't make me happy at all.
no refugees.
I mean, my boys would have spotted them or scented them at least. There's nothing around us. Is there wildlife?
Mhm.
You can,
Yeah, occasional wildlife. There's
Yeah.
even a shrew.
There's a shrew.
Yeah, and they've spotted mice, birds, all sorts.
But no.
Admittedly, though, one of the birds had 3 heads, and one was flying backwards.
Could be very windy.
Yeah. They didn't actually think too much about it.
That wouldn't have a concept. Really,
Exactly.
would it?
It's like birds flying backwards, but in conversation, it tells you wolf flying backwards.
Wolf.
Yeah. Wolf. That's a bit disturbing,
Yeah.
and it is far away.
I'm shitting myself. I'm not describing what I'm doing. This is seemingly metaphorically and physically big.
Carther goes, do we need to make preparations now? Perhaps you should sing up some sort of ward, lest our winds come in. And I'll push back the
You don't need
Gyron.
to
I
roll.
would like to know, Lady Magister, Magister, how I can best support, or how can I turn my fire to your
Feldman
aid?
says, "Oh, keep it away. Local creatures will get angry, likely attack us, become frenzied. I would suggest that you do what you can to just push back. In fact, I think everyone should do what they can to push the wind away from where we are. It's likely that they will follow the channels of the winds around us. It will mean concentration. It will slow us down, but hopefully we'll... Are you up for that, Glandsend? What? What? Can you channel the wind away from us? Well, it's here. He says, most of it's up there. It's a lovely day. He says, I wouldn't worry too much about it. He says, it's very far away. He says, if I channel it down, we'll get a lot. But there's not much here. You can probably tell there's not a lot of hope around this group, is there? Oh, right, fair enough. She says, well, if you think that there's a lot of your wind, can you do something about keeping it away? Oh, yeah, if there's a lot of it, you'll know. My hands will start zapping out or something.
And what if we're attacked by more mundane forces?
Blow them up.
No, they might be innocent people. He says, pacify them if possible. Extract the wind from them if possible. They could be frenzied simply because of the extraordinary amount of gar or actually in the air. He says, innovate them if possible. Well, let's see how it goes. Anyone who's doing channeling, do your rolls.
This is
You've-
channeling to kind of deflect. The
Deflect,
winds,
yeah, exactly. You're pushing the winds away from yourself.
What do I add? Is it the same for everything?
Yes, it's the same number for
What does Kervin add?
everything. 3.
3.
I was gonna do that ward thing first. If
Yeah,
yeah,
something she can do.
You don't need to roll. Just sing and we'll judge.
No.
Critical fumble. No, I'm sorry. I'm not going to accept anything but singing. Come on, Sage.
No, I'm not.
I'll do it for you.
Okay.
No. Nope.
There you go.
Sing
What she
like Buddy the Elf in Elf.
I'm
Be like, I'm making awards. I'm singing and I'm making awards.
Doesn't feel very distinguished.
Do your test.
Just
See, because you didn't sing it. You're adding 9.
I'm
by the way.
adding 9 still,
Mhm.
so 10.
Sweet. Yeah, it's enough as long as you're not failing.
Okay.
For core stuff like this. So we're all doing what we can to push the winds away. And it's worth reiterating, our channeling is effectively one of our senses. It's the equivalent to the empirical sense of touch. It's the same thing in that you grab hold of the wind with your channeling. And if you're not very good at channeling, you just sort of wrestle it around a bit and try to hold it in place as you say the words of magic in front of it. If you're very capable at it, it's not even like fingers. You can very finely shape it and tune it into a variety of different forms. Channeling is basically sense of touch for magic. And what you're doing there is just pushing back and holding the wind away from you at all sides. And for those of you who have got more than +4 on your core bonus, you can push it back quite some distance.
What was that? Was that a song?
Yeah, it was. It makes quite a difference in terms of the innate tension that you're feeling. Much of it subsides. Didn't realize quite how affected you were by the other winds that each of you are not necessarily used to dealing with anyway, because you deal with your own wind. But it was making you feel antsy, uncertain, unsure. Stern, every once in a while, goes, oh, there we go. And then just carries on. Every once in a while, the great blue drops low enough. As he, after about an hour's walking, says, stop, stop, stop. I think we should sit for a moment and make some decisions. We should sit. Everybody sit. Maybe take a few steps away. We've just crossed a threshold, a boundary of some sort.
Step back, step back.
Oh, that's better. As he looks out, oh, steps forward. Oh, dear.
Can the rest of us perceive any
Nope.
threshold?
Nothing at all.
What are you seeing?
Give me a moment. I specialize in futures. I have
Finance.
long investigated what is to come. I study the wind itself. She looks up. There is a storm up ahead. And Feldman says, we have to keep on going. Are you going to stop us from proceeding? Because we have quite a lot to do up ahead. No. Let me just explain. How do I make this simple? One of the patriarchs of my order, Lord Patriarch, a Supreme Patriarch, Shemtek, says, Supreme Patriarch Shemtek was the first to detect the anomaly of Azir. He says, there was an anomaly in what was his future and is what is my future, where we can't see past because there's too much Azir before us. It's there. Now, I'm not saying that it's strictly 10 years away, but it's also there. What I'm trying to say is that when we cross over that part, we're stepping almost into the future. We're not. We're still in the here and the now. But whatever has come through that has also brought time with it. That is 10 years in the future. What has broken ahead. It shouldn't be here and it shouldn't be now. And it's connected to the great storm of Shemtek.
Would it be common knowledge of
No one's heard of that.
not that the Aethid does time
Oh,
differently?
yeah, that's very common knowledge. Yeah.
Would any of us either have heard the prophecy or know that
Nope.
there's an end time scheduled?
Nope.
Scheduled. You know what I mean?
It's
But
like a bus.
No, not in the slightest. It's
Cool, okay.
only the Blue College has got the Storm of Shemtek knowledge, and only a certain number of the Blues have got that as well.
And Magnus.
Oh well.
But Sage was talking about the end times more generally.
Yeah.
Prophecy. Yeah.
The prophecy
no,
and stuff,
I mean, it's just not a commonly held thing by the colleges in the slightest.
And like,
It's superstitious nonsense.
yeah, and and while there are people going around doomsaying and flagellating, saying
All
the
the
end time
time.
here, there's always someone doomsaying.
I mean,
and
your
flagellating
entire
saying the
life,
end time here.
every day you've walked out into Altdorf, someone's got a sign saying the end of the world is nigh.
Sure, but I assume somebody in the light college is actually studying to make sure.
Oh, well, yes, of course, but
It's
they
not
don't,
real.
but it's not. The Light College abjectly pushes such talk back.
And remember what we've heard, our characters have heard about the Light College, about how their sort of repository of sacred knowledge has changed.
True.
So they, even if they were keeping an eye on it, the signs are keeping an eye on
But
it.
also, not all the light magisters may know that.
Yeah.
True. Also true. So he says, whatever it is big enough that time itself has begun to become different.
Is it possible that we are looking at the 8th here?
Well, it's a rent, yes. You say, yes, whatever it is. He looks up at the stained sky. Whatever that is. Christopher Feldman says, right, well, there's no point in dilly-dallying. We're as well to see what we can do about it. And you're telling me that a few steps forward, we enter a place that's connected through to a difficult time for your college. Yeah. Right. Good.
Is there anything we can do to aid you?
Oh, no. He says, in fact, I'm slightly fascinated. He says, I study this. I've been studying Azir and the great storm that lies ahead of us, and it'd be interesting to see the storm firsthand rather than arcing forward into the future.
If you're not seeing it through Azir and you're seeing it with your own eyes, you might see more than you did before.
He says, I just wish I brought my other spectacles. He says, well, I suppose I'm as ready as I can be.
Let's get going then.
Talther nods. As you all set off, it's another 4 whole miles before we spot the first obvious change. You spot it. It's an owl with 3 eyes. Its third eye is on its wing.
Oh, I don't like that.
And you can tell, not because it lifts up its wing and it goes, "Rrr, rrr," is nothing quite so humorous. It's just flapping by and it independently watches you as it then flaps off. But yeah, you spot that.
Does he have a bow?
Mm.
He'll try and wing it.
Ping.
Take it down, yeah.
Take a shot. Difficulty 4.
And he's adding 3?
Uh-huh.
Exactly, 4 successes.
Perfect. Skim across the edge of it, causing it to spiral and fall down onto the nearby field.
Don't eat that. To his dogs, not to you.
Oh, so it's okay for us to eat it.
If you want. I wouldn't.
Why did you do this?
It was corrupted.
I see.
Did you not see the...
Speed up time, turn it into a skeleton. Dust.
And it just... That takes a spell, though, so you have to cast it.
Oh, yeah, fair enough.
Just in case you roll an interesting number.
This is...
As long as
13.
as long as it's a pass, that's all I need for that sort of spell. As you cause it to decay and die in the center of the field. Feel wafts in the wind, and you can hear your daughter's voice in it. A daughter you've not heard in over 160 years.
We should keep moving
It says.
slightly faster. Did anyone else hear anything then?
No.
Talther shakes his head. Stern pulls out a trumpet
Amazing. I like this guy.
and listens around to see if he can hear anything.
What is it that you thought you heard?
We should be on guard. I thought I heard someone who is not alive anymore.
No. He's pointing up at the sky in the direction of it. I can hear it. Oh dear. That's not just colors in the sky. I can hear it. Oh dear. I can definitely hear something. Any of you got any way of amplifying your hearing or anything? I do. Anyone got very sharp ears?
Probably.
Yeah, definitely.
Yeah, 5 successes.
As you morph and your ears grow,
Yes.
and go out, and your whole face becomes almost dog-like, and angry looking. Yeah,
Dog-like, but
Years.
not full dog.
as dog-like, not full dog.
That's awesome.
Yeah, as you smell it. Oh yeah, you can hear it screaming.
No. Think I know where those
It's
people
lower.
are.
It's lower than simple screams, much lower. It's not people.
Oh,
It's the world itself is screaming at what's happening ahead.
it's not people. It's
You know
everything.
enough about magic. You're no expert. Most of what you've learned, let's say on site. You don't have a grimoire. You never had a grimoire. You had to learn everything with your mind. Every single spell you had to figure out. And your master would only come in when you did it perfectly and say, good job, then fuck off again. It's a very different education in the other colleges. And you're used to figuring things out. And you can hear it. Yeah. Reality has been broken. And the winds are taking their place. The air itself has sentience and it's screaming. The vapor and the ether around it is filled with Heish, Akshwi, and Gyron, Ulgan, and worse. And it's now gained life. Everything is screaming. As you can hear it. And you're afraid it's not just up there, it's right down. It's very possible that the entirety of whatever is ahead is going to be screaming.
Matriarch, did you say the last rent you dealt with was just in the sky?
No, the rent I dealt with was inside a building.
Oh,
Down, mostly underground, actually. It was awful.
right. Well, I think this is in the sky.
Oh, dear.
But it gets worse. But I think it's also getting into the ground because everything there is warped. From what I can hear.
Arthur says, right, should we do something to make a plan or something? I'm feeling this is, I just feel like we're walking into a trap.
How do we close something like this?
I'd have to survey it, how big it is. She says, the only thing that I can suggest.
It sounds massive.
How big?
Like, we need to see it, but it sounds fucking huge.
We're not, with all due respect, everyone, we're not going to turn around and go back, so we must just go as fast as we can to get there, surely.
No, we're not turning around, but we can't just run in without a plan.
But you're saying you can't make a plan till you know how big it is, and we don't know how big it is yet. So can we make a plan without knowing how big it is? Or not?
Why don't
Not really.
Why don't we plan whilst we walk? We are going slowly anyway.
Felwyn says, depends how big it is. If it's very big, we'll need to almost certainly, I don't know. How can we... We'd need to be able to deal with whatever's coming out of it.
Do I think I could deal with things like that? Or is that purely a light thing to deal with?
No,
demons
anyone
and
can
stuff?
kill a demon if you slap magic in its face.
I can certainly help deal with anything that comes at us, and I can probably do it while I'm channeling wind into something else as well. It's a specialty of mine.
Very good. I will not be able to help. Demons are not live.
Well, I can handle a lot of things.
I also think perhaps there must have been a way that they opened this rift. Whoever did this. Therefore, perhaps if we go there, we will find a clue on how to close it.
Grumfeld goes, Wait a minute. He says, suddenly quite excited, puts his hand on the ground. Oh, that's rich. Excuse me while I roll some dice. Excuse me while I roll some dice. That's not so good. As he puts his hand down. I wish I thought of that before. We're on a ley line. Looks ahead, and it goes right into that, pointing head towards the coloured lights. This is planned. It's going in towards it. It's drawn from the dragon line. This is not just a rent, it's being powered.
Is that that sort of thing that can be altered?
Can you stop
The
it?
flow of these lines?
Says, there's a lot. I got a crit, so let me try. As he lifts his hand, and it's bright red. Right, what we've got here, he says, is imagine it's a river that's heading straight towards it. And normally this river would be a small flow, like a stream. It's now the Reich. And it's drawing all the water from behind. And it's going straight into that. And it's not going straight into that and just disappearing. It's powering that. I can channel the equivalent of a stream. This is a river. It's going to need more than just me. I mean, you might be able to see it when you're closer. It might split. It might go to different nodes. It might be used to power something. It's very possible you might find the rest of your winds are doing something too.
What about when you leave a rock in a river?
It needs to be a big rock. He says.
Would it work with my wind?
It might. You need a lot of it. How good are you?
I have. It wouldn't be.
Well,
He is a Lord Patriarch.
no,
I am the best.
Riker will know the winds each have a sub and a dom, right?
Good way of putting it. Sub and a dom.
They do, right?
Pull out your wind of magic diagram.
And
Yeah,
actually,
it's the opposite.
No, not roll dice. Pull out your wind of magic diagram. It just goes round in a circle.
I've got one.
No, it shouldn't. It shouldn't be your. Each of us. Yes, that.
What are you trying to say?
It's basic. It's basic magic that we teach to the apprentices as soon as they come into the college, usually. Because you see, with actuate, it burns so much that it's important to know which of the winds are subs and doms.
So you go round in you go round in clockwise, and clockwise is to the next strong, and it's weak to the one that goes back counter on it. Which means Gyron is weak to.
Gold.
Oh god damn it! I had the wrong way around.
Is that right?
It's
Clock-
Gyron's
clock-
in between Azir and.
I thought it was
opposite.
opposites on the
It's not
wheel were
opposite.
the ones that
Yeah.
No,
were.
because one's above you and one's below
One-
you,
one-
and
one's
they're
above-
not
Yeah.
opposite
So,
each
so
other.
clockwise it goes gold, green, blue.
Gold, green, blue. So it's gold.
Yeah.
So the
gold.
one that's round from you clockwise is the one
You're
that
stronger
you're
against.
strong against.
Yeah.
For
So I'm throwing
instance,
against you.
Feldman
Interesting.
says that would
I would have thought
be me then. So
yes.
point me. And he goes, right, no, we want to move a bit because you want to go somewhere where the line is naturally bumping because you can pull it in and out. Yes. Let's go ahead. And it's around about half a mile later when he just says, stop. Feldman reaches down and tries to channel her biggest flow down into it. And the earth around it starts to glisten.
You should probably back
And then goes grey and silvery, bluish, metallics all come from the ground as she I can't get it to push in. It says, well, I need something to knife through it. Everyone's just looking at her.
You mean like
What do you want to
something metallic? That's sort of like a focus.
Maybe.
How big?
Pretty big. Maybe about 8 feet. I mean, I could make something. As she fashions a long, thin strip of metal. Now that might work. Can anyone get that down? Says, I can hold it in place.
Look at you.
He seems
Beastie
pretty
Boys.
strong.
Yeah.
Or, but he can be, I guess. So,
He can get much stronger
Yeah.
if he wants, yeah.
yeah, I should be able to give you a hand.
Do you
with
spell?
that.
Elephant.
Bear, surely. 4 successes. No,
Okay.
5.
As your muscles bunch, build, and you push it down. Sore.
Dingy.
Do it again till it's in. And she tries to channel through it. Much easier. A conduit. That will mean this is now standard difficulty. And she crits!
Hey.
Oh, good timing on a crit.
And the
55.
rent closes.
And we all
Pat each
live
other on the
happily
back.
Down it goes, and she puts her hand in it, channels right down inside, and goes, as he goes, it's just going round.
In your analogy, you said this was a river. You should perhaps, if this is being powered, there is a water mill that is converting that power into what this is. So destroying that may be a solution.
Let's go ahead then.
Presumably, would it be the case that so the ley lines, there must be more of them. It's not just this one that it's coming down.
I don't know.
But if it was, they will converge upon a point. So whereas a river gets bigger as it goes towards the sea, this should converge upon a point.
Says, maybe? I don't know.
So we should follow it, maybe.
Probably feels, something about it feels wrong.
I don't know.
I'm not a grave guardian, so this isn't exactly my strong point. I can feel it. Says. It's 5 miles later, after we've passed by several more mutants, several more uncanny trees. One sign that no matter what direction you look from it, you're always looking straight at the sign.
That's something.
And does it tell us that Delbers is that
Yeah.
way?
That way? No. It says Dunkelberg is that way,
Every way we look.
no matter which way you go.
All roads lead
All
to
roads lead to
Dunkelberg.
Dunkelberg. Get out of my head, you spooky bitch.
I'll be dusting anything that's mutant-esque then, if that's the case.
Yeah, I think Kervin will still continue to try and shoot down any animals that just aren't quite right. It's against the natural order.
Reaches the point where you don't want to waste the arrows.
Sugar.
Fortunately, though, you've got several spells that fire arrows. Yeah. A long pool and a big orange arrow like arcs out. Exactly.
Nice.
And it's as it's moving towards early evening and the sky isn't darkening in that direction, that slowly but surely everything becomes clearer ahead. What starts off as just a weird multicolored stain becomes less a stain and more a rainbow-edged, burning hole with rainbow fire along the entirety of it. At a distance, you couldn't really see the fire itself, but as we get closer, the fire becomes more obvious. And as it gets darker, it becomes more obvious. And as it gets darker, so too does the sky in that patch. And then it gets lighter as the rest of the world darkens. As you realize it's not something that's carrying the stain of something close by. It is the source. And it's easily a mile across, maybe more. tearing and moving and shifting. And much like the sign that points to Dunkelberg, no matter how you move around it to either side, it always looks like it's there. Perhaps it's not so much a hole as a sphere that's wobbling.
It's also so freaking big.
Exactly. And in the center of it, things are moving and swooping down and spiraling and swirling.
Oh.
You're quite distant still from it, but it doesn't look good. Feldman is happy to call that.
Yeah.
That's, I think, the rent. The anomalies, the whole thing. The whole thing. Well?
What can we do against that?
I told you it was fucking massive.
You were right?
That's too big.
No, it's not.
It's too big.
No, it's not. It's just mathematics. Just mathematics. That's all it is.
Lady Metria, how close do you need to get to do your mathematics? I'm at your service.
I think we're all going to have to get closer to it.
Mm-hmm.
But I think we should probably withdraw for a few moments to decide how we're going to deal with it, because once we move in, there'll probably be no coming back.
Mm-hmm.
And we all have to accept that we probably are not returning from this.
Mm-hmm.
If we have to close this, we have to get close. I can't believe it, that. I also have one other thing to say. If the winds are coming through that also, then everything here is going to be against us, or for us. There is no such thing as evil when it comes to the winds of magic. All good. But there are entities that will use it against us. But we may be able to gain advantage from this. A natural phenomenon. May be able to support us. And she steps back from looking at it and says, "We have been requested by the Elected Council to resolve this. If you wish to return, now is the time to do it. It is probably beyond us." I'm pressing on. I came to the colleges as a witch, and I am not going to back out and prove them right.
Lady Matriarch, it is my duty and my oath to serve. I stand beside you.
Arthur Grunfeld says, "I'm not so sure there's any point in us just diving in with no plan. Well, we'll make a plan. It's just we're probably going to die to enact it." The fucking hell. Can't we do a plan that doesn't involve me dying? Or turn into a chicken? He says.
I feel like that was a bit of a personal attack.
It wasn't. He says, "All right, turn into a
Unwillingly turn
stone."
into a chicken, perhaps.
I mean, I'd rather go back home, be in the Amber Hills, but when the Emperor himself comes to you and says, you need to go do a thing, there's no real returning from home from that until that thing is done.
And at that point, in Altdorf,
Yes.
Elric unleashes
No.
an almighty inferno in the center of a warpstone artifact.
Do I feel it? Do I feel the action?
And
That's
it-
my boy.
and it blows, sending almost 3 tons of warpstone into the air.
Wait for it.
Up it goes, taking out a significant portion of the East End as it does. Now,
We rolled for it. It was 25%.
fortunately, that kills a lot of Skaven. kills more humans that are in the west, well, the east end.
Yeah,
Because
but they're
it's
poor.
rookeries, but the poor have indeed been cleared out. There are many, many people who wanted to do this to the East
Yeah.
End.
Always knew Elric was an elitist.
He is a royal.
What a gentrifier.
Boom! It goes. And it sends up into the atmosphere a great gout of warpstone dust.
Oh, that's not great.
Oh, that's fucking terrible.
What did we do,
Yeah,
guys?
why
What
would
did we
anyone
do?
think to explode it?
Now, I've already randomized which way the wind is going. It happens to be going from from west to east. So it's, you'll be glad to know, blowing over Talabicland side and the Ostland side.
Towards the demon bow.
Yeah, over towards
But
the Barren
not
Hills.
towards the rest of the very densely populated Altdorf,
Exactly.
which short term is probably for
As
the
it
best.
Just
goes
the Middenheim camp.
kablooey.
They're north. Yes.
It is enough of an event that any Magister here might spot it, because it is an enormous explosion that involves a lot of magic. But it does take a critical, because it is so far away, but it's so powerful it could be done.
No.
That's one fail.
No crit.
I've got a crit.
Did you crit?
Yeah.
Did you crit? That's my master.
Yeah.
Yeah, I mean, that's
10,
fitting, right?
13, 19 successes in
That's
a
just
crit.
that
beautiful.
makes sense.
That's a fucking
She
19
recognised the
successes too.
signature.
Elric
What
did
did
go
he do?
boom!
He's using warpstone now.
As it far to the north goes boom, and you feel it. The enormous onrush of actually, presumably from the north. Can't decide whether that's the college.
Probably Gorman.
Probably Gorman. Maybe. No, it's not. No, it's far, far too weak to be Gorman, to be amplified with that much pressure. It's a little bit like taking a bowl of water and adding black paint. If you add a dollop, that water goes sort of grey. That's still a lot of water to wet you with. If you add a whole pot, the water goes black. And that's what's happened. Gorman would turn all the water black with his influence. Elric turns it grey, but there's still a lot of water there. But it's not strong enough to be Gorman's influence, because you can see the original warpstone. It's warpstone you detect. If it was Gorman would have been all over it, and probably maybe even have suppressed the warpstone.
Mm.
It would have probably interacted even worse, though,
Yeah.
and he'd probably killed more than Elric did.
And speaking of grey,
Off to the north and over to the west, a flare on one side, and Morsleb reflects in that flare up in the sky. The grinning skull on the edge of it. And because Morsleb is there, you can see crossing it shoals of demons, looking like so many manta rays, moving around in circles. You can see it so much more clearly in the distance. As they spiral, and a host of them head off towards the north, attracted to the onrushing magic.
Could be a moment of...
It could. Now, I'm going to roll a D100 right out so we can all see it, because it's more fun. And it's also a nice way before we head into the break, to determine just how many of the demons find Elric's blow up of Altdorf super attractive. If I roll 100, that means 100% of them go, fuck staying at this magical rich place, we're off to Altdorf, hi-ho! And off the demons go. If I roll 0-1, they're like, yeah, now there's a really long space between here and Altdorf, and we will probably die in that long space.
Material world.
They don't know that.
Here we go. Oh, that's a good
Oh.
chunk.
What is it?
40.
40%.
Yeah, that's nice. Not bad.
Zinch is re-rolling that.
Oh.
Higher.
Oh.
78%.
Better.
And if I roll,
Better for us? An 8.
and if I roll a 2 or more, they go along the dragon lines and appear in the Jade College.
Let's go.
Worse.
If I roll a 1, D100% of them will die in the journey.
Nice.
One.
1.
3 points.
1.
It's a 4.
Oh.
One, you say?
What did you say?
1.
One.
You definitely said a 1. We all heard 1, right?
It's a 4.
What does that mean?
That means
Jade College.
that the Jade College receives approximately 10,000 demons
Oh dear.
pouring up out of the world routes into Altdorf, as this lot no longer have to deal with that lot of demons. But a certain other set of glorious heroes might have it a bit more difficult than they did a few moments before. I think it's time to head into the break.
Hello, I'm Ed and I play Gerhardt as part of LAWhammer. We now have a podcast of this wonderful show that is not up to speed, so this will always be the place where you can view the most recent episodes. If you're enjoying the show, please like, subscribe, ring the bell, do all the bits and bobs that you need to do. If you want to interact with other LAWhammerites, we don't have a name for the collective, but sure, if you want to interact with other people that watch the show, we have a Discord, we have socials, all down below, and we will see you back in the show. Goodbye.
Cramond lounges in a chair and says, I thought you said you wouldn't do this anymore. Cramond says to Cramond, look, it's just your body's really useful. He says, so I use it. Fuck you! I just found out that I've been spotted wandering around the enemy camp. I'm not the enemy, and I don't go to camps. I'm a thief. He says, well, so am I. I'm a thief of you.
Yeah.
He says, I think that's perfectly in character. In the corner, Sabina. It's uncanny. As they both look, says, fuck off. Fuck off. In perfect unison, from both of them. Yep. All right. I can do that. And she walks out. And she says, look, I had no intention of doing this again. It's just, I have to get around and it's a useful body to have. Yes? Well, it's mine. And I don't want you doing it anymore. If I catch you doing it again, he says, I'm going to do something. Something. Oh, well, it's something. He says, something. I'll steal your wife.
Oh.
He says, ouch. Oh, that's cruel. She won't be happy, though, if you do. Give it a go. Oh, for fuck's sake. I wasn't going to do it anyway. Oh, come on. You can't go around wandering in my body. You just can't. It's mine. He says, I mean, if I'm being honest with you, Cramond, he says, not in your body, I'm my body. It's just a mask. Stop it. Stop it. You're an absolute arse. Yes, well, I've been called that before. He says, look, I can't just conjure faces. I've only got so many I can use, and yours is a good one. So I used it. And he goes, yeah, right. You're going to have to pay, though. What do you mean pay? You used to pay before. Oh, come on, that was a long time ago. He says, yeah, I know. But I found you. I caught you out, so pay up. What do you want? I don't know, he says. How about the crown of midnight? Says, I mean, good idea. You want me to still? Oh, no, with me. He says, look, I'm supposed to be going north. I've already gone backwards and forwards out of Aldorf 3 times now, and then I ran into you, which was really unfortunate. That's a bad coincidence. He says, but here we are. It wasn't a coincidence. I hunted you down like the fucking dog you are, face-stealing bastard. Right. Fair. He says, fair. All right, how about we go for the crown of Waldorf instead? No. Nobody wants that's probably cursed. How about, he says, how about Stirland? Nobody wants the crown of Stirland. I mean, I'll let you do it. But why would you want the crown of Stirland? As well to just pick up a random ring from the road. He says,
Why do people hate Stirling so much?
he says,
It is a silly place.
I don't know then. He says, you've got to get me something. He said, what do you want? How about Magnus's ring? That's a bad shout. Says, well, it's my ring. I gave it to him. Oh, come on, Crammond. No, you can't take that. I can. It's mine. I want it. That's what you get. You're using my face without asking. Oh, Crammond, come on. Oh, Crammond, come on, what? Crammond, go fetch me a ring. You're a thief. All right, I'll get it. Great. I'll wait here, he says. Off you go. I wish I hadn't used your face, he says. But you did. And then they both turn round. What the fuck is that? It's from the Jade College. A sudden onrush of demons rises up out of the roots, swirls around, devouring fen beasts that are patrolling, great lumbering creatures moving through the college, wrapping round them, screaming through them, and screaming into the air like a great show that spiral upwards, forming into a loose symbol of Zeech in the air.
Oh, that's not good. No single piece? That's we all had peace, didn't we?
And then they just peace out.
And then they disappear.
Gone.
Yeah, lovely.
You ain't seen me.
Right.
Right.
I mean,
No, they're all dead.
Much
Everybody's
further
dead.
south, 8 magisters sit behind a wall, quite some distance away from the great anomaly in the sky, which is now going dark. And it makes, if anything, the anomaly worse. They're afraid of getting close to it, because the closer you get to it, it's more likely you'll see it for what it is, rather than what the distance through the material realm turns it into. The closer you get, the weirder it will become. Feldman has been discussing with the other 7 any form of plan that can be brought up. And it has been not entirely the most useful of conversations. Grumfeld's entire contribution was, I think they're using the ley lines to power it. His additional contribution was, I think they're using the ley lines to power it. Glansend is very concerned as the night comes in, for the entire sky has, from his perspective, turned into the storm of Shemteg, an eternal sea of lightning that just crackles down into the top of the great anomaly that sits there. He keeps on looking around and shaking his head. No, dear. Oh, dear. No, dear. the patriarch of the Amethyst Order, Vigo Hexenson, is quite out of his depth. He has already made several attempts to explain how he is not going to be able to do much beyond standard wizardly duty with demons, in that he can zap it with a purple beam of nastiness, which will kill a demon.
Okay.
Okay,
can do
but
that.
that's a demon. One. And when there's a large number, it's not going to do a great deal when they swarm all over you. And he's a practical man. That would be an impractical way of dealing with demons. If we move round to the Grey College, this is so beyond his remit as a diplomat across the Empire.
Very much out of my wheelhouse. Not really sure why they said that.
I don't know why I'm here.
However, he has come up with one potential resolution to getting somewhere. Two, in fact. One is, if he's by himself, he'll be...
Yeah, I'd see. I'm confident in my ability to get in and out without being noticed, even by demons.
On the flip side, if he's with everyone else, his best option is to throw an enormous fuck-off gale. Just throw all of the Elgu that's gathered and is scudding across the surface. It's going far faster than a mist would ever allow, and turning into a great thunderhead above, and just throw it down at the demons. They're flying. They will almost certainly have problems. There is, however, a small note that came from Gizelmundus, who said that sometimes demons do not fly on material winds. Just fly through the storm, which would be annoying. But equally, they are in the material realm. So they very well might be affected by it.
And I know jokes about hot air and all that kind of stuff. Yeah, it's big as red.
By comparison, Reichheld Mayor of the Bright Order pretty much is convinced that she could hold off a lot of them by herself without too much difficulty. She reckons she could take on maybe, and there's a pause, 400 or 500. But you can't be near her because she'll take you on too.
Wow.
Everything close to her will die. Everything. The only thing that's likely to survive it is her. She's made this mistake before in the past. And as she even thinks it, it causes all the brands in her face to light up. Beyond that, though, she doesn't really have much idea of what she could do. It's not like you can just throw fire into the middle of a gigantic hole and expect it to be fixed.
Is there a range, an amount of time that you can do this?
Yes. Until you're dead.
Yes.
By comparison,
What if you could do it for longer?
But I mean, I can do it forever as long as I'm still alive.
So I could slow down your loss of life so you would burn for longer.
you don't know.
I don't know.
Are you sure? I mean, this is your area, I know, but can you slow the fact that her wind steals her life force? This isn't aging. This is steal, like someone's essence draining. Have you tried it?
No.
Are you proposing, just for clarity's sake,
It would be
the inverse of what we did when we were camping?
yes.
So within time would move more slowly for her and
Yes.
faster outside.
But then I wouldn't be able to cast my spells quick enough.
Well,
to
unless,
get them.
but unless
Once
it
you
was
begin,
fueling a spell you'd already cast, is that maintaining a connection? Would that cross the threshold?
It's a very complicated process that purple wizards find easy.
right.
She almost certainly will find it hard.
Oh, right.
What
okay.
you could do very easily, though, by comparison, is probably arrive at any point anywhere in the local vicinity before anyone will even notice you've got there, because you'll just move apparently so fast. You'll be strolling.
Okay.
But you can get around really fast. You personally, Yeah, in some respects, yes. Yeah.
Okay.
I mean,
I do not know if it would work. Or what?
what if each of our winds is being funneled in to a point, like I said, a convergence, and so each of us need to stand at the point where we are dominant over the other wind and push it back.
Feldman.
Hold it off. And then you could do whatever you did with mathematics to shut it.
There might be something in that. Gizelmundus's contribution is varied and often not very useful, in that she's got lots of very strong capabilities. She can hold off demons. She can hold off demons from herself with almost relative ease. The chance of a demon getting through to her at all is almost none. All it takes is for her to sing a low note. They don't get anywhere near her. Feels a bit like the Aru from... Never mind. As you can hold them back, which means that you can almost certainly take and hold a location, for example, without too much difficulty. It does, however, take up your slot.
Sure.
You're not doing anything else, which can make it potentially difficult if you had to channel a large amount of light wind, for example, because that takes concentration. Kervin, he's got a completely different problem. And that's that he feels deeply out of his depth. Deeply, deeply, deeply out of his depth. He's quite happy, calling upon all of the creatures and small animals and whatever else in this area, because they're already a bit borked, and throwing them into that, because they're already tainted. And it's not going to taint them any further. And in some respects, it will actually cleanse the area, because they're going to have to be dealt with in some fashion. He's already shot down a bunch of them with various amber arrows. That will take an exceedingly small number of them on, and it might cause some issue, or alternatively, as you bounce off the ideas presented by Gizelmundus, you may be able to defend an area. That might be easier. Lots of small birds and creatures might be able to hold somebody safe for some time against potentially incoming things. But it depends how many come at them, because if there's a lot of them, they'll just go straight through them. Mm-hmm. But you're trying to be useful. As Feldman puts her head on her hands and says, I think we need to have more intelligence, which means, given what we know, I would suggest that, Patriarch, if you scout ahead, move in swiftly, perhaps yourself as well, see what you can see, be as careful as you can be, don't engage. Open your senses, see what there is to see, don't get too close to it, and possibly return with something useful we can build from. If, for example, you're correct and there's some form of network that's holding this gate open, this gate is not naturally in place, which means there must be something keeping it in place. And given what Grumfeld has said, it seems likely that it's been powered by some form of drawing of magic. His wind is certainly coming in from a ley line underneath. That being the case, possibly there is more, but possibly there isn't. This might be the only source of energy it has, which means we might be able to break it from just here. But until we get in there, we can't know. And I think just breaking one might be very dangerous. It might spin off and cause an enormous backlash and cause more problems than we first realized. Unless anyone's got any better idea.
Whilst they're going closer, could we circle round at this distance, but around, if there is a convergence, we may come up.
You've already gone round several times. You've noticed that the shape is amorphous and doesn't flatten, so it's not a gate. It appears to be a great bubble.
But we've not felt anything else like the ley line.
No, not at all. Not yet.
It's time to scout.
Jaw.
And good luck with my dismay.
Thank you very much.
I will be
Up to you, Lord Bedrock.
No time at all.
As you stroll off.
Did it?
So I'm going to do your rolls first.
All right.
It's going to be a total of 4 castings. Do tell me if you roll any 9s or any 8s on your 4 castings.
I'm going to read my grimoire. It's always for the best.
Hey, the mood's up. It could be your positive more.
That's one.
1, excellent. Which one of what?
There's an 8.
An 8, good.
But
Funny.
overall, that is 16 successes.
Good, yeah. These, as long as you pass, I'm fine with any of these.
There's another one.
Oh,
There's
excellent.
another 8.
Going great.
We're walking different
there's
paths.
different- yeah. Well, it could be the same path. I'm just
Yeah.
fucking miles ahead of you to begin with.
Yeah, you're going to deal with all the shit from this.
Hey, that's all right. That's still a pass, I presume.
Yeah, as long as you've not got 90, 60, 0, you'll be a pass. And one more.
That's fine.
That's fine as
Good.
well.
So, now,
Yeah.
because that's just for the castings to move around, I would like 2 perception tests.
Okay.
And do tell me, roll any 9s?
No.
Well, that's 6.
No, that's 6. Yeah.
6, 9, 6, 8. Ah!
No, good.
Oh, we're good. Marvelous. So, this is what you learn. Dunkelberg is still being destroyed.
Ah.
And as you move through it, it's barely moving for your side. You're not entirely convinced that it's going at the proper speed. The amount of energy and how much of it's spinning through the air, it feels like if this has been here for some time, all of this should already have occurred. So
Sure.
that is something.
Yeah.
Moving through the edges and the periphery of it, you walk around and nearby several great demons. In total, down from the air, there must be thousands up there. Down on the ground, far fewer. Far fewer. The gate is above the town, not in the town. Meaning that anything that comes in from there has quite the fall.
Wow.
And it's ridiculous, but a whole number of lemmings have collapsed down there.
Oh, right.
The amount of
just
well, yeah, they
They don't know about gravity.
they arrive, they come through, and they
I regret
fall,
nothing!
and they are pouring out as you see just a tumble
Yeah.
of demons. You've got enough lower chaos to know what sort as well.
Oh.
These are almost all demons of Zinj, the
Right.
changer of the ways. They are gibbering, twisting horrors, great fire-gouting creatures, tiny little things sparkling with little gusts of magic, little flumes and plumes, fire spouts, splats at the bottom. But when it reaches the bottom, many of them survive by splitting. They splash
Yeah.
into different forms as some you can see are almost gleeful as they're coming to the ground. And there's some very grumpy looking ones pushing off at the side. You pass by one man who is being, the best way of describing what's happened to him is probably absorbed.
Right.
His entire body is stretched and pulled. You're moving through. Time has stopped as far as you're concerned.
So just as a quick clarification, right? Because I am moving fast,
Mhm.
and this is this. Am I observing this happening at the speed? Oh, now this
You
is- this
observe
is
it
tricky,
moving
isn't it?
exceedingly slow.
Right.
Everything is barely moving at all.
Okay, so it is.
So as far
it
as
is
you're
existing-
concerned, it's not moving.
it's existing in the same time frame as what would
Real
be
time.
happening
Yes,
the other side.
correct.
Yeah. Okay. fine.
And the only thing you're not sure about,
Is the fact that Dunkelberg is here still?
yeah, and that makes you think that possibly all of this may actually be going slow anyway.
Yeah. Yeah.
It's
there is
difficult
this-
to tell.
Yeah. Okay.
Because it's all slow anyway. As you're making your way through, one half getting absorbed and pulled in, another one with a demon over it, capering over it, one leg up at the side, one twisted arm full of eyes, gouting fire out of its finger holes. all over it and bathing the skull, which is now showing and popping up bits of growth out of it. That's just a micro of the many tales being told that you have to avoid as you make your way through. It is horrific, but they don't last long. You can keep a periphery of around about 150, 200 paces, and most of the demons don't make it much further than that. They grow unstable, too far away from the gate. And they're already quite far from the gate.
Yeah.
This is not the realm of chaos. In the realm of chaos, up in the north, entirety of reality has been broken for tens, well, I was about to say tens, scores, centuries, thousands of years. And that allows demons to not just prowl out from the great chaos gates, but to go significantly far.
To exist.
Yeah. Even here in an area basked full of magic, it's not enough for them to last that long. 200 meters, and you see them beginning to break apart. Some of them get big and swollen like balloons. Half of them are popped. A bunch of them just diminish into nothing. One is just sloughing apart, leaving demonic broken parts behind. It's an ugly, messy thing to see as you make your way around the periphery. At about the 3/4 mark, an enormous surge of Shyish as you pull back. That's what your perception test was for.
Okay.
Oh, yeah. Yeah. As
Well, it's your wind.
purple wind Shyish.
Sorry, thank you.
An enormous, swirling whirlwind of dust drifting up towards the gate, almost anchoring at the side of it, attached. Yep.
That's one of the...
Yep, it looks like the potential theory that there might be more than one might be true.
Okay.
As you dart round, try to perceive any others. Do not.
Yeah.
And then make your way back. As you're telling everyone else, you are making your way around. You require a spell. It's crit. Ooh, nice. Perfect. Roll again.
66. If the number matters. And then 09.
Good.
Crit as a crit.
Unlimited power.
For the next 3 hours, your left leg does not work.
Oh, great.
Unlimited.
I'm an old man walking with a stick.
Yeah, that's exactly
It's
it.
just part of the routine.
As it's like, oh no, it's going all jelly. It's useless.
That's fine.
That makes this difficult as you make your way around. As it turns out, much of what he was guessing is true, but much is not. As you're making your way through, time is utterly inconsistent. In some parts, it's running faster. In other parts, it's running much slower. Demons capering at the edges. You do not get anywhere near those. No. As you work your way around the periphery, the Great Gate and what lies up there, which you keep your eyes away from. You're too wise to look inside what that might offer on the other side. As you make your way round, hopping over a stone that says, "Excuse me." Ignore that.
What perception does that stone have?
The entirety of the town in this area is alive in a way it shouldn't be. Stones jiggle beneath your feet. Faces are screaming across walls. One dog floats by, looking rather confused as you pass by. Life has gone strange. Everything has gone odd. You're a magister of the orders who has been trained to push back against corruption and Dar by pushing out your own wind. Almost like a border of Ulgu around you that the Dar bounces off. It forms you at least some protection. It affords enough that you imagine, assuming that all of the grimoires you've read have not lied to you, that you'll be fine. It's a little bit like, working in nuclear power plant and hopefully dealing with the gloves, and you'll be okay, right? Trust the tech. In your case, trust the magic. It's fine, right?
Trust the magical antihistamines.
That's exactly it. As you make your way around, in the distance you can see the horrors. Up above and swirling and spiraling, shoals of demons. Like great mantifish, but with huge claws at the front, bubbling eyes down their back. And swimming, growling, screaming, giggling through the heavens. Some of them pop out of existence and appear nearby. One, you think for a moment, has spotted you, but as it turns out, it takes the dog.
No.
Oh, no, it doesn't. As it passes through the dog and slams into the wall and explodes.
Ha, take that.
Everything doesn't quite work. And the demons are as subject to this as everything else because they're creatures of the aether, not the material realm. And you know that they've just arrived. None of them are used to it. They just exist. And on the other side, these great shoals are the equivalent of fish or birds in the air. But they've arrived here and they're just twisting and changing and adapting to a new area far too quickly. And most of them will not survive long. A part of you would love to study this to see just how long. And as you're making your way around, perception test.
Perceive.
40.
The great anchor of the Grey Wind. It's attached to a building on the side, the City Hall, which has got a great spiking thrust of Ulgu going deep into the earth. And it swirls upwards and attaches to the gate, fueling it. Do yourself a lore magic test.
Oh dear.
Oh dear. Double dear. Oh, big
What
dear.
is it?
It's a fumble.
Do we have
What,
any
99?
points?
Yeah,
Yeah,
I've
I've
got fortune points.
I've got 40 points. I'll re-roll
He's
that.
a grey wizard.
Yeah.
I don't
You're
know what
probably
you
the
mean.
only
I have
one.
fortune points. Perish the thought. That's more like it. 67.
It's anchored to the politics of the town, which are ongoing still. Everyone's talking about it. Everyone across the Empire is talking about what's happening here. And it's just getting sucked in, going up through the ground, hitting the City Hall, the centre of Dunkelberg's politics. You can see a string lacing out to the castle at the top of one of the hills, which is half disintegrated and paused. A great spiral of Ulgu goes down to there and then up into the gate. This takes... You can't even imagine the amount of work it would take to build this. This is something that's been built. This doesn't happen naturally. That means they've been to the other towns and they've built nodes. All of the other places that they thought would be talking about Dunkelberg.
All of the back and forth politically about who owns Dunkelberg
Yes.
and who's taken Dunkelberg
Yes.
and who's in charge of Dunkelberg.
Correct.
Do you
All
think,
of the chat our party have had
do you
Yes.
think,
about who owns Dunkelberg has fueled this.
do you think
Yes.
I shall come through the towers, the semaphore towers with beams of light?
Maybe.
Pew, 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 pew.
And you have to marvel at the thought that's gone behind this. This
Generation.
is built.
Yeah.
The whole thing is
I mean,
built.
this is decades
Yeah.
of preparation.
Yeah, you'd guess so. Or a very dedicated short-term project of a few years. But it would have to be very, very cleverly built. Because this is almost certainly attached to most of the primary cities of the north of Visenland and Nuln and the south of Reichland, possibly all the way up to Capital and beyond.
I mean, I imagine it's maybe like a web of it's denser the closer they are, and then the bigger nodes further away.
You don't even have to change a few key things and it would work and it could be done very quickly.
Fascinating though that may be, how are you going to stop it?
Yeah.
How are we going to smash it?
Well, bearing in mind one of his legs is dead, it's going to take him a while to walk back.
Yeah,
He's got
yeah.
time to think.
Yeah.
He's got time to
Yeah.
think.
You got time
You've
to
got to
think,
go the
and
long way
everyone
around
else has
because you
time
can't
to
generate fully.
consider it too. As you explain what you found, and Feldman says, Well, if we do all have, if there's one for each one of the winds, if he returns saying that he's found one for the grey wind, then that maybe gives us something we can work with.
So I'm assuming Neiman is unable to see other winds in their anchors, which is disappointing.
Mhm.
Can he look more materially
Mhm.
for on the off? I mean, it probably won't be, but on the off chance it's as evenly distributed as 8 points around, can he look around?
Too much demon, murder, conflagration, slow speed, fast speed, weirdness. You need to go around the whole thing.
But I'm not looking for all, but I'm just looking for like even one and be like, well, that I don't know what, but that's like essentially a high point.
The biggest problem is the high points right beneath the gates, the big hills. Upon the hills in the centre of Dunkelberg were the towers where the gate was unleashed from above. And you're walking around the periphery, so it's all hills in the middle.
The blood, the
And
barrels.
the town hall, is that up on a hill or is that out on the periphery?
It's out in the periphery.
Right, interesting. So it won't be something up high, it'll be something out in the periphery.
Yeah.
Well, he'll as he's doing his limpy walk around and walking back, if
If he goes all the way around, he won't be back till the morning.
Yeah, we'll not
Just go
So
straight.
go back.
but it was just like if he's
Your
walked a bit
character get
round.
an anchor?
Well, so
Okay.
I'm assuming he gets back quite quickly.
Yeah, he's back in no time at all.
So if we draw a map, a circle, right, of Dunkelberg, and we know that we mark where the ley line was, can he tell us where his was, and does it match the circle of magic that we all know,
The Wheel of Magic.
the Wheel of Magic?
Yeah.
Like more
Well,
or
we
less.
know that what should go next to Shyish. We know the two winds. Whenever he comes
Sure,
back,
but
we'll
instead of
know.
us going specifically,
Yeah,
if we
clever.
could
Gold.
tell,
Green
Yeah.
around the circle, right down to grey at the bottom.
Because
They
presumably
might-
the
they might
ley
not
supposed to-
line.
connect with
I suppose
this,
the
but
other
at least we
thing
know
to look
the
out for,
general area.
which again I'm assuming wants to be just on the off chance, would be the material signs of any of the winds. So is there any fire?
A massive
Is there any
fire,
lightning?
a big
There is not.
library.
That would have been helpful if there
Right,
were.
enough. I mean, his wasn't
This
even
is a
in a
great
graveyard, for example. The
Yeah.
obvious place would be a great garden of more. Sadly, that was not the case.
But that's the delicious irony of this evil plan that the only one that's in an obvious location is the Olgu one.
Exactly. and exactly the case.
Yeah.
So can we do the map?
And yes, you can. I mean, mapping it out in the most general fashion, yeah, it does seem relatively likely.
like we'll do those points. Wait for the Grey Magister to come back and tell us.
Yeah, so you can come back to
Haven't they?
the Wheel
Is
of
it
Magic.
your real name?
The Wheel of Magic laid out on the ground.
Newman.
And the Amethyst one marked off in one quadrant, and the Jade Wind marked off.
And grey and amethyst are next to each other.
Yes, they
So
are.
that's actually quite helpful.
And yes, they are.
Fascinating.
As Talther says, well, that looks pretty convincing, doesn't it?
Mhm.
But what do we do with it? Feldman says, well, there's only really a few options. One we put more in, one we take it out, one we destroy. Or we could link them.
I mean, taking out seems
Why,
We
Like-
could link.
why would we link them?
Magic does not mix.
Would that not just? We know about
Yeah,
Dar, right? So like,
yeah, just a huge amount of Dar.
would that?
Yes, but if you consider, I could connect each one of the points. They naturally, magic will take, like water, the easiest route. So it would mean that we would have to stand and channel the magic that's naturally there along the channels I make. It would cause Dar, which would twist and corrupt the entire network, because it would go back down into the main nodes and just spread as Dar.
And then it wouldn't be getting a pure source of power.
It would be too powerful.
It wouldn't blow it out.
It would be like using a fire to destroy a fire.
And you're certain that providing it with this...
No.
No, my fear would be that what this does is enlarge the gate.
But in your story
It-
before, you channel magic into
We did.
a rift to
Yes,
close it.
this has been planned very carefully. There are clear signs this has been done, I think, for decades. And there are plans within plans. The only one that's in an obvious location is the Ulgu node. All the others are hidden. This shows an incredibly complex mind behind this. I fear that this would do nothing more than be another stage of their plan.
Isn't that somewhat of a leap? How do you know they're not in obvious locations? How do you know you just couldn't see them
Well,
on the other side of the hills?
Well, I could. I was right next to his one, and I saw no graveyards. I saw no. You're right. There might be something there.
Why
connected.
was what was obvious about yours?
It's in the town hall, the city politics.
Right, so that's obvious to you, but I'm sorry, I just think that's a big assumption.
Well, sure. Perhaps it is, but what I'm saying is that perhaps channeling Dar around something that has been very carefully planned is perhaps what they actually intend.
Well, if they've intended that, why wouldn't they just use dark?
Can I just
Plans within plans.
Andy, can I just do a quick? I don't know what this check would be.
Yes.
On our gold compatriot.
What do you mean by a quick what?
To just
Like,
He's
um,
worried that he's
it's-
suspicious she's suggesting something
Yeah.
with a big dark.
because that is not a. That's not a usual thing that.
No, it's not.
No, it's
No.
very
It's
out there.
Pragmatic. But
This
it's not
isn't a usual
usual.
thing. that we
No, I know.
There is no test.
There is no
Intuition.
You can guess.
Okay. Not necessarily
As a
on that
player,
idea. I mean, that
But
seems.
yeah, there's nothing that I mean.
I mean-
You're. I'll explain the problem. You have zero intuition. You're a
Fine,
dead
yeah.
fish.
Yeah, that's fair. That's how
That's
these
the
guys
problem.
operate. I
Yeah.
see. Right. Okay.
Look, I think.
Yeah.
You're the guy that needs to do that, right?
Well,
Intuition.
Not really.
Sorry,
Is it you, is
I
it?
think.
Yeah, it's the grey.
I think
Right,
that
fine.
this is why
you
we've
say
each come for different
No.
reasons.
Already suspicious. I'm being suspicious.
We've each come for different reasons, and the lady matriarch of the Girl College has come because she understands channels and matrices and artifacts. This is an artifact,
It is. It's exactly what it is.
so we need to listen to her. How would she break an artifact?
I'd overpower it.
She'd overpower it.
Would you not want to strip it from its power?
No.
I don't like the
That
idea
causes magical
of,
backlash.
But so does Dar.
No, it causes an explosion.
This is why
One.
she's here.
One.
We're all here for reasons, though. No one is.
Yes, but this is the reason that the lady matriarch is
You
here.
need to calm
I'm here
down.
to burn things.
Yeah,
Quiet.
and when that time
Quiet.
comes, we'll do it.
Quiet. There is no point in arguing. We are here to resolve a position, not argue. That is how I would fix it. But that's only how I would fix it. If someone has a better idea, I am very open to it. I agree it's an artifact. It is effectively one large matrix that has been put in place to channel the eight winds and keep this open. It's not natural. It should shut. It should shut. That is what should happen. There is no doubting that. Stone Glan's end. Puts up his hand. He says, there is an issue. The celestial wind, I think, is coming from above. The only way to get into that would be to be up above. And I don't say I relish flying up there amongst all those flappy things.
Earlier he said that she's the Hierophant of physics.
Yes,
Is that like
it's physics.
like
Yes.
gravity and stuff?
Yeah. Physics.
Does she understand?
Quantum?
Well, no, like clearly these are demons from your stories are struggling with gravity.
Yep.
Could we make it harder for them? Like what can magic do?
The
the
only
all
way
of
you
us?
could easily make it harder would be to drain the magic in the local area.
I see.
They are magical creatures that rely upon the magic for their existence. And you're absolutely correct. They have problems with material physics. Material physics cause demons to go irk.
Uh-huh.
They're just not used to it.
Sure.
The material forms that they have, in some respects, are almost forged for them to act in one way.
Sure.
But when they hit the material realm, what they are changes and twists, and they have trouble. Draining magic would mean more physics, effectively, which would
Sure.
mean that the large, blubbery type creatures that they appear to be with sharp, jaggy bits wouldn't be able to fly. Many of them would just collapse to the ground
Mhm.
because physics doesn't work in something that large. Most
And
large
this-
magical creatures do the same. Dragons ride on their winds.
The sphere might fall as well.
Indeed. It depends entirely on how physical it becomes. And the easiest way is to drain magic, but there is something pouring magic into the area from two directions. One direction is keeping it open. The other direction, which is from the actual gate, is allowing more to come spilling out. So there's almost a double whammy of magical pressures.
And she doesn't know of any way to help drain that magic.
No. I mean, she can drain it on a very local scale.
Sure, yeah.
But the multiplication of that would require a choir of about, as she quickly does some maths, about 112,000 light magisters to do what she thinks would be required to drain this. Even 1,000 light magisters singing in chorus would not be able to drain enough.
What about some light magisters with a megaphone?
Sadly, not how it works.
Yeah, okay. That's fine. Yes.
So the answer is sort of yes, but
Yes.
it's bigger maths. Very big maths.
I do believe that we could drain it if we had the manpower, but it's so large that we just do not have that many light.
How many people would you need?
Hundreds of thousands.
That's a lot. So if it's an artifact we want to break, we could overpower it. We can. You wanted to stop it?
I just think denying it of its power, of its sources of power, would be a way for it to almost collapse in on itself. But I don't know.
My concern with that is that
don't know.
you would need all 8 to simultaneously cut
it off.
If all 8 simultaneously cut, that would stop the magical backlash. If even one didn't, it would be like a snake suddenly lashing out in all directions, and it would probably reestablish many of the connections that were broken, because it would kill everything that it swept in its path. And given the size and the flow, I would like to test the flow of Shaman, assuming there is one. Of course, I should be able to sense it from here if it's so powerful. She cannot. It must be so well contained.
It must be channeled through something.
It must be exceedingly well contained.
Because I can't sense the action,
No, you
right?
can't.
And I
really?
feel like I would be able to.
Yeah.
And yours would be the next round.
And I
from the
know where
Shaish.
mine should be because it'll be next round. Yeah.
Yeah.
So it should be relatively I'm
Yeah.
assuming ours are relatively close to our side because
they're not. They're about if you look at it on the clock, about 10 o'clock, that area.
So we were
you're at
sensing them
6.
quite far away.
Yeah,
just
you
a
went
lot
all
further.
the way around that way, basically. He went all the way around. You happened to go in the right direction, found yours, went, yeah, fuck this for a game of soldiers, and limped your way back.
But then someone should be right next to us.
Shish and
Yeah, Shaman should be closer.
yeah.
But she
And
can't.
then Guy.
How close were we when we spotted them? How
What do you
close
mean?
to the anchors were we?
Oh, to the anchors, very distant. It's up in the actual gate.
How would you?
No, but the bottom anchor, the place that's going up to.
You pretty much hit it,
What-
and then
what-
suddenly it washed over you.
Yeah, so I had
So
to
it's
get
right
really
beside
close.
it. Yeah, you touched the building itself.
Yeah.
How would you? How would you link it? How would you link them?
I would just, it's a spell.
Oh,
Yeah,
excellent.
and it would link you, actually. It wouldn't link the nodes. I can't see them, but I could link each of you, and each of you are linked. It would create a circuit. And then the circuit of you channeling is what would make it work, and you'd be in the center. And that DAR spreads. It's how it works.
But you think that we should be channeling our own wind into our own node?
No, you wouldn't do that. You would channel it down the circuit to either side.
Or channel it
But
into?
You
And
channel the magic that is in there from it and down the circuit, so it causes a connection.
So I think we should channel it only in one direction, towards the wind that is submissive to our wind.
I see.
So I would channel actually to Shaish.
There's an issue. You might overrun it. I'm looking for them to mix.
But what would the effect be of overrunning?
Very
it?
possibly we just create a secondary circuit.
but it wouldn't be self-sustaining. So if we were to do it,
You might just set off a
so-
secondary circuit.
Yeah, I see what you're saying. So we would just move. We would need to channel in both
But-
directions to make sure they mix.
but
That's the intent.
yes, but as I say, I have, and I'm not in any way questioning your expertise. I just have the slight concern
Yes.
that but if we were to follow the Lady Magister's plan, and so let's say, for instance, I were to channel Ulgu into the Shyish node, it starts funneling Ulgu up. But if I then stop
No,
channeling,
it wouldn't.
No.
I think what would be more likely is it would hit the next one who's channeling also, and it just follow into a circuit. It's flow into a secondary circuit and wouldn't impact the main flows because you're creating a flow of positive to negative dominance.
Yeah, I understand
And
what
it
you're
would
saying.
just
So you're saying we need to channel in both directions so the flow up is mixed, so the dart is being
That's
pushed
the intent.
upwards into the thing.
So by
I
going
understand
both
what you're
ways,
saying.
it causes a shake. They
That
are
makes
forced together as the pressure comes from both sides. Then the dart comes back, and we
Yes.
have to then move.
Yes, I understand that. I think that
But
makes sense.
it's a dangerous plan. Let us be as blunt as I can be. This is dangerous, and it's theoretical as it comes.
It also does not align with the fact that there is. Oh fucking hell! Ed. What's the blue one?
Azir.
Azir. Azir.
Nope.
Above
We
us.
would need to figure out how to get Stern up there.
I would like to confirm positioning first.
Yes. If
Well, the
that's-
closest node to us would be what? Gold?
Yours.
And mine?
May I?
Yeah.
Take a walk with you.
Yeah. Well,
Do we
I'll
all
go
have,
this way.
let's all go together?
Well,
Yeah, that might be-
if we all go together, I could just sing.
But also, it just means that we can all go super fast. And
That's not how it works. Can't all
Oh.
go super fast. It,
Oh.
it goes on
I
as
do.
an area
Yeah.
or yourself.
Look, if she's going to link,
Ah,
if she's going to,
okay,
if the lady
very
matriarch's
different.
going to link us, then we're going to have to walk essentially, probably to gold, and then 4 in one direction, 3 in the other.
Assuming,
If it's appropriate.
I'm not even sure we want to do this, but I agree that it is wise just to see that even as a goal, no, because it
Let us
provides
all
us with
move to the
intelligence. And if you're
goal.
with us, then we're relatively safe. So
I will sing.
she sings her low note, and you make your way around, and there is, as it turns out, a gold node. The gold node is less a node, and it's a deep, deep shaft that goes down deep, and hitches to metallic vein deep in the ground. And that metallic vein, as she puts her hand on it, let's see how well she. Oh, wow, she critted it. Okay, I'll give a different description then. That metallic vein connects by pipe to another vein and another. As she feels and goes, it goes all the way up to the Grey Mountains. It's deep. It will run Shamon for years. They've made a ley line. It's clever. Very clever. I'd never considered you could do that with piping. What you could do in a city. Why have we never done that? Bridged off the back of the existing piping network. Lead piping. Huh.
Lead poisoning for everyone.
Huh. We have one which suggests that our working theory that there is 8 nodes powering it seems to be true. The celestial node does not seem to fit into that.
What is?
well, I wonder if we should
What's the orange?
I think light
go
is
around. I
next.
mean, it would be the other side of the ley line. Like if we were following in the ley line, right? So the Garen one should be, and we've
Next to
gone
it.
slightly.
Yeah,
towards
yeah,
it,
yeah,
the
yeah.
goal is.
But the gold one's coming up from the bottom, right?
Yeah.
So it
And out.
sort of doesn't fit in with it either. Like the blue one,
But it might be that the blue one's not
No,
up
but
high.
the gold
blue
one
one's
goes across from the mine
Yeah.
up into it.
Yeah.
But
Yeah,
the
so
blue
like the
one
other
might be
ones.
bringing stuff down.
Correct.
And then, so that's why maybe
So,
we go
yeah,
around.
it's
So-
very
and he
possible
might
it's
need
on
to
the
walk into
outside.
there.
Yeah,
Yeah.
totally.
I think perhaps we need to check the blue one.
So the next one round would be, I presume, if we're going that direction,
Jade.
light.
No,
No,
if
we're
we're going
going-
towards Azir,
Then
it's
Azir.
green.
But then you go jade round to gold.
Well, I
Because
don't,
you
I don't
came
know if
in
we,
by jade.
I don't know if we
We
physically
never-
went to the Jade node. I think
We
were
didn't find the jade node that
We came in on the ley line.
On the ley
came
line.
in
Yeah,
on the
yeah,
ley
so
line, but we never
we
found
must
the
be near.
place
That seems
that
fair.
we should
Yeah,
go.
yeah.
So we come past the Jade node to the Azir node.
So if you want to go in that direction over to
Yeah.
the jade one.
Which will
Yeah.
be
Yeah.
the way that I went when
Yeah,
I went
it's
to find my
exactly where
Elgin.
you went. Yeah.
Okay. So this is.
So he passes over the ley line again, and it's just there. It's quite some distance because you're on the outside. You can feel it as you're making your way around to presumably the blue one, Stern Glanz.
Is it worth finding his node
Yeah.
as we're passing, just so we know where it is?
Says, I suppose we should go and have a look at the very least, see what we can find. It just goes in, then lifts up out the ground and just
Just
flies
straight on
up.
the ground.
So all he'd need to do is presumably stand in the flow
Mhm.
or dig and go down into the flow. I could just go down there without any problems anyway. I don't need to dig. Or alternatively, just cast a spell to go and bathe in the jade flow.
Druids.
Miscast gets teleported somewhere else. Fuck.
Arrives in Altdorf. Hey, I'm back in the call
Nice.
lounge.
At the
I'm in. So, that being the case, the next one would be the Celestial, assuming it's even there. And Stern Glanzed was 100% incorrect. It's coming in from above and it's crackling down the side, going down a network of broken towers from metal pillar to metal pillar, crackling in at the bottom and then zipping up into the bottom of the gate, where there's a broken tower that's never quite disintegrating with a great lightning rod sticking out of it. As he looks over, well, there you go. Somebody spent altogether. This is not just constructed for. I mean, that required the entire tower to be blown up and stopped. It's beyond me. How would one even do it? Is it the energies that hold it there? The crackling is there? Is that what keeps it all in place? You would have to be very lucky. I mean, one could do a chart. Says, I mean, the odds of it working are actually very slight. But then you could build towards those odds. It would require a great stream of interconnected events for this to even work. This is a chancy, dicey situation. But above, it's drawing straight from the storm of Shemtek. Time itself is broken above.
We know that this is the entity we are facing. Do we not?
We know nothing. What entity?
Yeah, I'm assuming she's a light magic, so she knows some lore chaos.
Well, you're Lord Chaos, but you don't know what made this.
No, but I mean, like, the ruinous
The
power.
changer of the ways is quite lucky.
Yeah.
Yeah. No, that's
Sees
It's all
all,
about fate and
etc.,
chance,
etc.
you know?
Like, if anyone's gonna architect their way around this.
Yeah. It looks like a good architect built it. Yeah, exactly.
Lady Patriarch, may I ask Matriarch, what may do you have any theories as to what would happen if the material component of these were interacted with violently?
She says, I think it would be the same as interrupting the flows. Which means you might be able to just blow it up, but again, you'd have to do it with perfected timing.
And the jade flow doesn't look like it's got a material component.
It doesn't.
But potentially disrupting the earth might disrupt the flow.
No. He says, no, that's not how dragon lines work. It ignores the earth. It flows in and out of the earth as if it's nothing and flows through people like it's nothing. Some people just sunbathe in them, don't even know they're there.
I mean, if each of them had had a physical focus, then I think that would have been a good idea.
I mean, there's different resolutions for different things. This, I mean, if I've been honest, I'm not sure I can stop it.
There was no.
We're not asking you to stop it.
I can't think of a single way to stop it. It's a ley line. My fear is that it's been pulled off its original course, and I can't even imagine how that was done.
What, does Neiman know anything about ley lines?
No.
So, forgive my ignorance. I know precious little about ley lines. What anchors them to a particular route, a particular path?
Nature. And even then, it's not the nature that's there, it brings the nature. And they flow through towns, they flow out of towns. They are the way they are and have always been. And sometimes they change and no one knows why.
And there's no rhyme or reason to where the nexus might be.
Well, it's not so much there's no rhyme or reason, it's just that he says, as his attempts to sound posh and perfect begin to slowly fail under his stress, and he goes, it's just more that you get sacred groves that just sit there, and they go to them, and they go between them. But the groves are built around what's there already.
Is it like asking why a river flows?
No, because you can just blow up a river and it goes in a different direction. It always takes the path of least resistance. The ley lines go in strange ways.
But earlier the lady matriarch put some metal into the ground and it went around, so it can be moved.
Tiny.
But it flowed.
Look at the scale of the architecture here.
Yeah. What I'm saying is it's tiny. In that it still goes. It will just go round and round and round. And yeah, there's been many we war against the beastmen in the forest, and they try to do things like that. And some of them, they've built entire chasms that extend for miles and it does nothing. They've tried and it does nothing, which we enjoy them wasting their time. Makes them easy to pick off.
But if I may, Magistrix, it's not a ley line problem. It's an artifact problem.
Well, mine's a ley line problem.
No, because all you need to do if the lady matriarch does her plan is channel.
Yes, but we are trying to find
You don't need to move the ley line. But why? Why are we wasting time when we've got to plan? We are speculating about possibilities.
Feldman says, because it's exceedingly dangerous and we'll probably all die.
And Dar is not something to be trifled.
Well, of course I know that.
And there's no guarantee the plan will work, although it is our best plan for now. As you said, we all came with our areas of expertise. Yours are blowing things up. The lady matriarchs is dealing with artifacts and so on. Mine is wisdom and negotiation. It is worth spending some time to ensure that the plan we're going with is the best plan, because if we do a risky plan that is the wrong plan, we fail.
Feldman nods.
That is wise words, Lord Majesty.
I agree, she says.
Would the introduction of your connectivity points throw off any current synergies between the winds?
Let me see if I can explain. All I do is I would be connecting the wizards, not the actual flows. So it would be each of you that I would be connecting. And it does not create a path that the magic will naturally flow along. It requires you to force it in that direction. It doesn't take a great deal of force, but it requires you to force it, which means that even if I would be able to create a simple matrix to attach to the existing flows, nothing would move between them. They would just be connected, but nothing would be flowing. It would require something to move them. Now, an artifact in there that was naturally designed to cause a flow, and even to possibly cause a flow under certain circumstances, that would work, but we don't have any. Crafting one would take at least a week.
Lord Pedro, how large an area can you affect with your time magic?
Not particularly large, about 10 paces, 30 feet, something like that.
So not the size of
No,
the town.
not a
this
mile.
is
No. That would have been
not
dashed
what I
out.
can
The
do.
other thing to consider with the Lady Matriarch's plan is, whilst we're doing this, we would be at the mercy of the demons as
Yep.
well.
I mean, yes.
So not just that it would kill us, but it may interfere with us actually pulling this plan off.
Yes.
So perhaps there is a chance to blow things up before we start.
You have a potential answer to that. You think you could hide most people for up to about an hour-ish.
Oh,
There's
right,
that
I
much
can hide myself.
magic. So you could just cast it as long as they didn't move, draw attention to themselves. You think you could probably do that.
I think I could probably buy us around an hour of hiding. I would need to sustain that. I would just cast it once and it would...
And channeling would not disturb?
Oh, it 100% would disturb it. Once you start channeling,
Yeah.
that's it. It's broken now.
That's not helpful
Okay,
at all.
but-
It gets
but-
into position.
You could get into position, but the second you start going, Power Rangers!
That's
Everyone
the
goes,
problem.
there's Power Rangers!
Like, we've all successfully managed to get to the nodes without encountering the demons.
yeah, but not separate.
By yourself.
It's because you've got yourself somebody who keeps the demons away.
My friends, time is of the essence, so I suggest that we keep moving. Because I think we've all just stood at the Azure.
But-
We
but
can't
move
keep
where?
moving because if
Well, we know the next node that we want to find.
But do we need
No.
to find them all?
we don't need to find them all together. If the Lady Matriarch is going to perform her plan, then she links us here, you hide us, and we go to each of our nodes. We can each find our own.
No.
No?
No.
Is that not how it works?
No. You hide them in place.
You have to be in place.
Oh no.
Yeah, which means you would go around with them, and the first one you want to drop off is probably her. No, maybe last because she's
I'll
immune.
go last.
You're covering everything.
Which means it's going to take more than an hour to get all the way around there.
You would do me
It's like a
first.
3.5-4 hour walk to the opposite side. Yeah.
So that
It's
plan's
not
out the window.
it's not a good plan.
But it's an impossible plan.
He can zip there though, so you don't actually need to protect him. That's one down.
I can protect.
Okay.
I can protect myself. myself.
In fact, it's fair to say all of the wizards can get to their nodes probably within about 10 seconds using movement spells.
Yeah, I mean,
So you could just go for the
the
fly!
You fools!
I mean, it's a stupid plan, but yeah, you could probably do that.
the point I was making, I'll say the character. What I was trying to say is not that we wouldn't get there. I worry about the amount of time it would take for us to channel where we could be picked off. If we reduce the number of demons, I know they are coming through, but if we reduce the number of demons...
I do have an opinion on that, says Feldman. We don't all need to survive for it to work. We would need probably at least 4 that were connected. Say, for example, 2 connected, maybe those 2 connected, that's 3 links, and then 1 4th link between any of the others. So if anyone dies in the circle, it's not necessarily fatal to it working because all you need to do is start the chain reaction. And once the chain reaction of DAR goes, which normally about half would be enough. Mathematically, it could go with 1, just 1 link, but with 4, you're guaranteed.
Well, then why don't we pair off and one person protects while the other person channels?
Because then you won't be linked.
There's no
Start.
crossover then.
Has anyone got a spell that once cast will last for a long time?
Everyone, if you're lucky, that could be the case. It's just one of those things. Sometimes it does, sometimes it doesn't.
As a standard. I don't know.
No, most don't. Spells are relatively short term.
You might have won, but
Yeah, this is what we do.
It's a beacon distraction. Would be the idea. Throw it out. They are demons. We all say demons. Demons of magical essence. And they are drawn to it.
Says Feldman. Actually, we might be more lucky in this than I first considered, because they're likely to be attracted to a large swelling of magic and DAR,
And it won't be around us.
which will actually be in the center between us in each place. There'll be a great build-up of DAR between us, which means that the demons may focus on that rather than us.
how long, Lady Matriarch, do you envisage this process requiring?
It's so much I can't tell. It could be almost instant because there's such a large flow. It depends entirely on how much we get into the network.
Okay.
If we get a lot in, Heish is difficult all the time, where I don't imagine that Lady Magister Mare will have much problems throwing a great amount of the actuate.
And I may be able to provide some protection to the Lord Patriarchs on either side of me.
As you're channeling?
Yes.
If you say so.
I can I?
Oh, yeah.
But also,
I could.
you might kill them too.
No. I would make a display so they would be attracted away from you both
Oh,
on either side of me.
yeah.
and then I would deal with them.
Yeah. You feel pretty confident in that.
I am confident. So I think I could protect the 2 Lord Patriarchs.
Then I would. Who'd be either side of you? That would be yourself.
Myself.
And
Patriarchs.
Lord Patriarch. That's good.
How would we know when to start? How do we coordinate?
You'll be linked. So, in fact, I can link you now so we can all communicate. She says,
Could you be invisible?
I need you. I need you all to let me do it. Many of you are resisting. She says, "Can you please let me link you so that you can all communicate?"
I wasn't even aware I was resisting.
You need to open yourself rather than.
I mean, Greys are never going to open themselves, right?
Is that it?
It takes a test to do. Everyone else can just do it on well, but not great.
Just a normal pass?
Yeah, just normal pass to do.
That's fine.
As you're like,
It's got a low pass, but it's a pass.
He really doesn't like it.
I just didn't know how. It's my nature.
She creates a network that links all of your minds so that you can hear what is said out loud also in your mind. So it doesn't connect mind to mind
So we
link.
have to speak out loud.
So you have to speak out loud for it to actually connect.
Do we get like an echo if we're up close?
It's instantaneous,
Okay.
so no, you don't.
Yeah, jolly good.
And it's your brain catches up, as she explained. Actually, the sound takes time to arrive at you, but your brain just overwrites the sound because it knows it's coming and it doesn't.
It's very clever.
The brain is a remarkable thing. Our gods have created something that is astonishingly perfect at this. It's almost as if we were designed for it. So if we do this, then we just go as fast as we can to our individual places and start once we're all in place.
My sound wouldn't travel and protect everyone if I were to sing.
No, you're part of our way.
And no, it would only go into our heads.
All into our heads.
Yeah.
Perhaps if your heads are broken open, you will be safe.
Is there any way to? Because I know I've got telepathy. Can they externalize the telepathic link?
And what do you mean by externalize it?
So if this is a purple wizard question, I suppose, can they, if they have got internal chats going on, can they put it on loudspeaker for lack of a better term?
Oh, I see you saying no. What you can do is just, you can speak in the mind of anyone who's in line of sight of you, and anyone who doesn't want that to happen or agree can do a willpower test to specifically not hear what you're saying.
Okay.
But yeah, you can use telepathy directly into the mind, and in the Amethyst College, nobody talks.
Yeah. Can't turn on the loudspeaker just in case. That would have been useful. Yeah.
And
You can turn on the quiet speaker.
Yes. Yeah.
she goes, so do we have an alternative, or do we think we're going to press ahead with this?
Well, I don't have any alternatives. Does anybody have any? Even if it seems absurd, it's worth saying because it may initiate another idea from someone else.
Talthor says, I don't want to die. I can't say I like this plan at all, but I will accept whatever I am advised to do by the patriarchs and the matriarch. Says, I don't like it though. Stern Glanted says, well, we all have to die one day. Says, I can't say I like the idea of being effectively naked out there with those things swarming around.
Can you advise Lady Matriarch how did inspiration strike?
Well, if you can go somewhere quickly, you're right next to the blue wizard, so you could protect him for a moment.
What my question was how will we know when we've done enough?
Oh, you'll know. You'll feel the volatility in the whole structure, and it will start to spill backwards.
So
that's when you run.
As soon as we feel it, at
You
that point,
cast a spell and get out fast.
and we all have the capacity to move very quickly
Yes.
Yes.
if need arises.
Yeah. Yes, and I can get you out right fast.
But I guess conversely, if what we try doesn't work, is there anything else that we could try in a quick moment, like diverting, as I said earlier,
plan B.
diverting all of the magic going into it somewhere else?
Why don't we, if that happens, don't divert all of our magic to the one that is submissive to our wind? and try and overload it that way. If
It won't overload. It'll just create a new circuit. And a weak
I
one.
don't think it's about overload. It's about depriving it of its fuel.
I think there's too much wind for us to make a significant difference.
I don't
What
think
about
we're
I mean,
trying
channel
to-
it
what
into
I was
ourselves?
wondering, and I will finish the thought I interrupted in myself earlier, just in case there's a way that you believe you can make it happen. When I was talking about following a similar plan, and it is if there were any way to make it so that the Ulgu flow was going in from a different node, and something else was going in from the Ulgu node, and then we stopped, might that just cut it off?
I think the problem would be trying to channel all of the wind, which is what would be required.
much.
The circuit is going to take.
I see what you mean. We'd
Yeah.
be siphoning some off rather than
Yeah.
diverting.
So the circuit
No,
we're
that makes sense. I understand.
I think it's worth noting so we understand what we're doing. The circuit that I will create and we will be using about a fraction, probably about 1 in 1,000th the power of the wind that's moving through the section. And we are creating nodes of DAR that once they mix will then push backwards and then hopefully burst into the main ones. And then because of the flow, they'll go into the middle.
But if we are the link, surely we need to wait until the DAR comes back.
You don't need to know. Because the link, the magic will be there. And once it's there, it will just
So
flash
we
out.
step aside from the flow that we've.
Yeah, because it will flash into the main flows of the wind. The DAR will just consume everything
But
in
would
its
it,
path.
would it flash to us?
If
No,
you
we-
get out of the place, no.
because we only
As
get
long
each
as you
other.
break your link to it, do not be connected to it.
Should
As in,
we-
stop
So-
channeling.
Channel it as soon as we feel the channel. The
Run.
flow go, iffy, let go, run.
Yes.
Shall we decide on a place to regroup?
Yeah, that's what we'll leave. Perhaps the place where we camped the other night.
Oh,
Sounds good.
We should avoid going through the center of Dunkelberg.
Yes.
Or if we are at separate points,
Go out, and then
Out.
come round.
All right. I think
Yes.
we've got a plan.
Mhm.
Okay, it looks like we're going with this plan, so let's go with it. First, we all have to get to our individual nodes. We all believe we know where they are, and there will probably be a delay for those who've not been to one of their nodes yet. So that might be the case. The first job is casting a spell to
Luckily,
get
the
there.
ones that are furthest away are ours. And
So,
we know where
in
they
your case, it's strolling around at speed.
Mhm.
In your case, it's almost certainly you're too close to a gate for Shadow Bridge. So you might want to instead go for
Mine
wings.
is slightly closer. I mean, if we're at the Amethyst, the Azir one, mine is next.
Yeah,
mine's not
so
very
just,
far. I'll just walk.
like
No?
no, demons will attack you.
Okay.
Okay, you've got to go at
Stealthy
speed.
walk.
Stealthy walk. No, yeah, you've got
Stealthy
no.
walk.
Yeah,
Stealthy
you're
walk.
fine. You're fine. But
Let's do it.
they're all going at speed, so they don't
Yeah.
get attacked.
Ah,
So you
okay.
want to be there
Well,
fast.
I'll go off now.
I think you'll just need to wing it.
Yeah, I can.
Yeah,
Shadow, I
so
can shadow something.
spellcast. In your case, it will be Wings of Fire. In your case, you will be
What? Wings of fire?
Yeah.
Where the fuck is that?
It's battle magic.
Fucking bullshit.
Yeah, battle
So
magic.
So she's just flying off.
Yeah, she'll just fly off.
Fucking badass. She's such a badass.
Which unfortunately is where most of the demons are, but like,
Oh, she doesn't
go
care.
round.
she doesn't
Yeah.
care.
She'll
This
just
is what-
fucking
this is
burn
what
them with her
she's supposed-
flaming
but-
wings.
But this is the distraction.
In some
It
respects,
starts
yes,
now.
because they will be going after you.
Yeah.
In your case, you're the one who's got it most difficult. Your roll is difficulty 9.
Damn.
Okay.
Can I hum and run
You're
instead?
literally adding +9 to all your rolls.
I mean, sure, I guess.
So it's not that hard. Okay, so wouldn't
It's a
worry too
standard
much. The
test.
first one, difficulty 9. And what you'll do is you will draw upon the height and you will just laser beam your way over there. You'll go into the beam
Nice.
and come out at the other side.
Yeah. Four
Superb.
successes.
As you and you'll be there instantly with a beam of light connecting both of your bodies, which are both in both places for a brief moment.
Wow.
As you
died.
Picard maneuver your way over there, to use a good Star Trek metaphor. In your case, almost certainly an animal. And the swiftest one is probably going to be a bird if you want to get over there fast, but you want to be down low to avoid all the. So,
but he's having to go basically in the same direction she's going, right?
I
So
should
he can just
cover him.
fly a little bit lower than her.
in fact, if you're going in the same
The shadow
direction,
of the
that
sun.
is
Yeah.
good
I'm
because they're
covering-
going to.
That's my job.
They're going to go for her. So if you
It's
go
my
along
job.
the ground,
You're a pigeon.
okay,
Yeah.
you're almost certainly going to be fine.
He is going to kneel down to his dogs because I assume they've come in with them, and he's
Mhm.
going to send them back home.
Send it back home.
Yeah.
Good.
He's going to whisper
Ricky,
a message into
Ricky, off
them.
you go.
This boys.
Out of here.
Yeah,
And-
send message of what we're doing, so at least somebody knows.
Don't
So if
go
it
near
doesn't work,
Dunkelberg.
if it doesn't work, they
It's
don't try
fucked.
this plan again. It's fine.
Grumfeld is going to. He's got it super easy. He's going down and he'll appear in the nearest local ley line.
Yeah.
I mean, he'll just go down,
No,
and
we're
he's going
at
to be
his-
in it.
He's
Pardon?
at his node.
No, we
No,
were
we're
at
at zero.
Oh, we moved to his
Yeah,
ear.
he moved to his ear. So Stern Glanzhead doesn't need to go anywhere, and then that leaves Aramar, who will just dissolve into a pool of gold, and then reform in gold by where she believes she needs to be. So everybody cast your spells. I do need numbers.
To get
Is it numbers or
Rolls some
successes?
shit.
Numbers.
Wings of
As
fire.
long as you pass,
Wings
you
of
pass.
fire.
Pardon?
for Wings of
Just
Fire.
all I need is you to roll.
I
17.
passed with 4 successes.
Oh.
I need the number.
10.
So it was 10 rolled. Good.
53.
So 3 good.
And for getting there, I already rolled.
I know, but what would
40.
you
It
roll?
was
Oh,
40.
I rolled 40 something.
I think it was
30?
just 40.
Oh, was it just 40?
Sure,
Yeah.
sure. That sounds good.
Mine's
It definitely
I
wasn't
zero
an
one,
8 or a
yeah,
9
zero
because
one.
I would have told
7.
you.
Yeah, totally. As each of the wizards
It's true.
makes their way
Sorry, it
off.
wasn't.
Now, who hasn't been to their node yet? You,
sir.
you. On this side, Gold went by her node.
Gold's been.
So-
Celestials
been
been by
Jade's
their
been,
node.
Celestial's been. So they've all been.
So,
Celestials
so
at
they're
his
good,
node.
Yeah.
actually. So for those of you who haven't, it's going to take a perception test. The difficulty is 5.
Come on, you fuck.
Oh,
Yes.
72.
11 successes. No,
Sweet.
9 successes.
Hey, that's what I
Sweet!
rolled earlier.
That'll do perfectly. As you tear off and feel the rise of the cold wind of Gur dancing and bouncing across the ground, and you cannot see how it's doing it.
Oh.
It's slightly stunning. It's almost like there's a living thing here, but it's just empty air.
I guess he'll position himself where he feels it's strongest.
Lore magic.
7 successes.
The creation of the gate has brought the very wind to life.
Oh.
It's the wind that's alive, and it's tapping into all the winds of the empire,
Oh.
which this gate has made live. The gate self-sustains its own power source, which you're now in. That's good. In your case, you got there?
Yep. 7
You
successes. So, well,
burn
13.
through the air. Demons are already heading towards you as you start throwing fireballs, flinging them off in different directions, as you swoop down towards where you believe it's going to be. And as you get closer, the sudden rise of Actually hits. Again, similar to the beast wind. There's no obvious source of it as you come into it, but as you do, you just throw it outwards. And about 50, 60 demons burn in the air around you and start falling like moths getting too close to a fire.
Is it just one really angry guy?
You're a girl.
No, I mean the source of Actually.
There is nothing here.
One guy.
You have found yourself
Just Elmer.
in burning heat.
I mean, there's a lot of people very angry about what's happening in
So-
Dunkelberg right now.
We arrive into the
Outrage.
source of our winds. You are linked together by the gold spell.
You didn't describe what happens at mine, and I would like to know.
Oh, because you laser beamed over, didn't you? You laser beamed directly to where you expect it to be, and as you get there,
Full of mirrors.
you feel it. A great rise of diffuse light wind, like a great halo sitting over the half-broken temple of Sigmar.
That one was obvious.
The halo is strong and flashes out, you presume, to other temples.
Mhm.
They've somehow connected the temples together.
Interesting.
And the temples of Sigmar is what they've chosen.
For obvious reasons.
Suspicious. Is this halo also keeping demons away?
It is not.
Damn it.
Damn.
If there's any super close, can I quickly pew them before I...
If you would like to do that instead of getting in, yes.
Damn it. Fine, I'll get in.
Okay, cool.
I mean, she's got a little bit of time, hasn't
Pew
she?
pew.
Well, I
It mu- it
literally
must- it must
Oh
take-
yeah, she zoomed straight
and-
over.
and
So yeah,
They must take at
yeah,
least a couple of rounds to fly.
yeah, totally. You'll get time to go. Pew,
yeah.
pew.
Just a
And the
really
amount of
close
ice
one.
here is extraordinary. You've never been in so much of it in one place. There's more here than there is in the Light College in Altdorf.
Damn.
Yeah, damn. Damn, the Light College is created to collect light wind. The whole shape of it and the shape of everything about it. Everything is all about collecting the diffuse wind. They've taken a different route.
Uh-huh.
They're just channeling it all from various temples and somehow successfully doing so.
Cool.
No idea how. Okay, let's go. Assuming that the channeling goes well, we're in a good place. Now, loosely, it's easy. I'll even tell you what you're doing. You're rolling your channeling test. What you want to do is succeed, not too hard when you're all very good at the roll. The higher the number, the more magic you channel down, which is good. I need your total successes. If your total successes goes over 10,
Oh, fuck.
you will be noticed. That does make it hard for you.
+9!
That is a shame. Over 10, you will be noticed, and next round, you are likely to be attacked. Rolls of the number 9 are problematic, really problematic, and indeed may also be beneficial, depending upon what we randomly roll after that.
Sure.
That's pretty much it.
All right.
Every round, we'll see if we get a conflagration of
Stuart's
jar.
inquiry.
Yes, Stuart's inquiry.
Love it. If one's wind is Ulgu, the
Yes,
famously shifty wind,
yes.
is one's number higher than 10 for being noticed?
Yeah, I'll let that
If,
go.
if you roll a crit, what
does
do you
the-
do?
does
And
the-
what if that crit's 88?
Oh!
He didn't say anything about 8.
I did.
True.
You didn't. But it
It's just a
will
crit.
bring
That's a
magical
crit.
I
consequences.
also asked the question
Yes.
for the two casters next to the massive blazing sun of distraction. Does that lower our chance to be spotted?
I will
Or
take it
higher
into
it goes.
account
Higher.
as each part goes.
Yes.
Okay.
fair
So-
enough.
18 successes.
Equally though, if we want
And a
somebody
crit.
to,
And a crit.
if we want somebody noticed, this was the plan.
This is what she
This is the
does.
plan.
This is literally what she does. She does total part. She,
Okay, everybody do the rolls.
she crits when she...
7 successes.
7
rolling
successes?
42. So no.
I could
Okay.
take Gorman.
Okay.
I didn't cheat.
So I rolled 50.
50 successes.
No, 50,
Wow.
which means a total of 10 successes exactly. But if I'm allowed
Yeah,
a
yeah,
little
yeah.
leeway,
How'd
I'm
you
okay.
do?
I
Over
didn't roll
10.
my dice.
How many?
3 over.
13.
Two over.
What'd you roll?
Sorry, 40.
Why are you hiding your dice?
49. That's
Oh,
fine.
okay.
Okay, anyone else?
Why are you so weird?
I have 15 successes in total.
Oh, nice.
I rolled 68.
Dudes.
Okay, 15.
That's a lot of nudes.
Gents,
Guys.
guys.
God, that sounds like a
You
great
got 10,
album.
didn't you, Andy?
Yeah.
Okay, and you got, how many was it again? 18?
16.
16. Okay.
Yeah,
and-
16.
Are you rolling for your chaps, Andy?
Yeah, I'm just doing it right now. Cool. Okay. Right, let's go round as we go.
Let's go.
Right, the highest draw comes from the Celestial side.
Oh.
Okay, Celestial, 20 successes.
Damn.
Okay,
Fudge.
as Stern Glanzend just powers this baby as he throws down
My dude.
magic towards the Jade side and the Grey side, both of whom got nowhere near what he got.
We really needed
As
to.
we go around the table next, Bright, who throws down either side, and we get our first reaction between Bright and Amber. You got 13 successes.
No.
No, oh, no, you got 13 successes.
Yeah.
I've got the wrong
Yes.
one.
Yeah,
That's
so it's me
Amethyst.
and him.
No,
Amethyst
it's Bright
and Bright.
and Amethyst that go, pardon me. Because you got 13 successes, as we get our first one,
Do
which
the
means I have to roll to see if it's big enough to react. Whoa, it goes straight away.
Is it big enough?
Okay, so already
Yeah, so
we've
it
got our
goes straight
first
away.
reaction.
Just
We have
finished.
one reaction. Dar has already built between the bright side and the amethyst side. We then move round to amethyst and what's that? Light. That also might react. Wow, this is going
No.
fast.
No.
No.
Amber and light. So wait a minute, it's
Amber
amber,
and light.
bright, amber. So how many successes? I've got the wrong one in amethyst. I've got them the wrong way
We've got
round.
7 on
You got
amber.
7 there. I put the
Yeah.
7 and 13 the wrong way round. So that's where we've got the reaction on that side. No reaction there. No reaction there. 7, 15. No, there could be a reaction between light and gold. There is not.
Oh.
Boom.
So round 1. Out comes the demons. They are. You got your 9. Can I plasma D100 roll, please?
From me?
Yep.
You can. 19.
19.
Seems good.
Well, it's not bad. You now have 0 wounds.
Ah!
Joke's on
As-
you, he always has
Yeah.
0 wounds. He's a dead guy.
As the magic shakes through you, stripping your life as it's sucked up through the great funnel of energy up into the gate. So the demons are going to attack the celestial side and the bright side as they spiral off in those directions. You've got a special power that allows you to defend against 1 core attack for free because you're fucking mental. So as you're channeling, you just start throwing out fireballs at the same time, cutting them down with a swathe and a fireball and a great curtain of fire that goes up that they fly through. Funny. That's good. The celestial side does not have that advantage. So I'm going to roll as Stern Glanzend spends a fake fate point because he's a celestial. He doesn't have fate points as a character, but he's got a spell that gives him fate points.
Oh! Well.
So he
Stop coming.
he spends that. Sadly, though, that's his only 1. So we've survived round 1.
Yay.
We have a reaction going between the bright and the amethyst, both of whom, if they wish, could back out now because a reaction
can
has
just go.
built.
Yeah, you
but
felt your thing.
You've got your other side,
Sick.
which hasn't got a reaction.
Yeah.
There's
no,
only
wait,
1
yeah,
reaction
yeah.
in place, and 4 need to
Yeah,
go
I'm staying.
before it goes.
But you're unconscious.
I'm on 0 wounds.
He's on 0 wounds. He's not unconscious.
Oh, he's not?
No, he's
I thought
not
that was
unconscious.
automatic.
He's just right down.
We're not playing D&D.
I thought it was the same in Warhammer. but-
You do test or you pass out and all that business, but yeah, not in our version. You get 0 wounds. We don't care. We just power
Yeah,
on
no,
because
you
we're
take
fucking
it, you're just vulnerable to a crit.
Yeah,
Next-
exactly.
next
Very
hit's a crit.
vulnerable.
Okay.
Okay, next round. Everybody roll. Tell me what you get.
Oh my god. I got 10.
10 exactly.
10 in total.
You roll
Yeah.
10. It still causes the reaction though.
Sure, but like
Uh,
much lower than in terms of demons coming.
Okay. Other numbers?
14.
14 for Bright. Okay.
9 successes.
9 successes
62.
for Amber.
Hold on to your hats. 5.
Oh, 5 for Grey.
Damn it.
Draw like a 0.
Yeah.
Ah.
Anyone else?
But
16.
I rolled
16
007.
for Amethyst. Nice. Okay, let's do the others. That's. Oh, wow. Okay.
So it's just between you two's the only reaction we've had so far, is that right?
yeah.
Oh,
Yeah.
no, nowhere near enough.
Come on, guys.
And Jade.
The
Oh,
represents
we got a crit.
It's a better
Yes.
wizard.
I like it. Okay, let's go for our reactions. First, a reaction between Celestial and Jade. And oh, it's a big one.
Yeah, nice one.
Okay, it's a massive flare of Dar goes up. That's probably enough for Jade Boy to run. Next, is there any more? Is there any more? Is there any more? Is there any more? Between Bright and Amethyst, it's already gone. But Amethyst and Amethyst and Grey have gone. Woohoo!
Oh, sick one.
What about Brighton?
What about
See ya.
No, they haven't. That's gold. I've got gold and grey mixed up.
No.
You're only on 15.
Are we
It's 21.
Brighton girl?
Okay, so no, that means no. It's
Is that
good. It
gold
means
and jade,
light.
though?
It means light and gold go.
Light and gold.
Light and gold. Oh, it's a big one there too. Okay, and gold and jade also go. And I also need to know how many 9s there were out there.
None.
0. from-
Seriously?
One.
Yeah.
I rolled none as well. Fuck me. This is meant to be difficult.
Yay.
That's
Okay.
4.
Did Bright and Gurnell?
Can we go then?
Well,
We have got quite a number of reactions, and anyone who got a reaction last turn, if they do not leave, will be hit by the incoming dart.
But so we didn't get a reaction this time, even though
With
we
9
got...
and 16.
You did not.
Okay.
Nor
There's-
did Light and Amber either.
Nope,
But
that didn't either.
everyone else had.
No, I haven't reacted to
do
any.
But
we
there's-
know-
But we've got
I've been
4.
marking them. So we've got 4.
Yes, you have, but obviously you're in your individual place. You
But we're
and
talking to each
you.
other.
Yeah, it's true. You
Oh,
and
yes.
you have to leave if you don't want to be hit by the dart.
Do I think I could take the dart?
You don't know.
Well,
I mean, you're
I
Amiette.
take the
I mean,
dart,
so you're right,
yes.
Kill. Of course you think you can.
Kick punch the dart.
But, depends entirely on whether you want to stay there or not.
I mean, she said we would feel it when it starts coming back
Yes.
towards us.
And
And I'm
yeah,
assuming
And she
we
said
do.
once there
that's
was
why
a
these
change-
two have got the
and
it
opportunity
said-
to leave.
Are we not also able to communicate for them to go, oh, we've got a reaction here, oh, we've got a
Yeah,
reaction here.
yeah.
So can they make the decision in the knowledge that there are now 4
Yeah.
going?
Yeah.
So
And
it's
she said
enough.
4 is enough.
Yeah, she thinks 4 is enough.
I think what she said was 1 should be enough.
No, she said
4
1
would almost
might go,
definitely-
4 is probably guaranteed.
Yeah.
Well, actually, and
4's
because
enough.
it's you and me, right?
Yeah.
Mhm.
So actually, we've all it's the 2 people who are next to each other who are going to get it. So
Just leave.
we'll
think
just
we're
go.
all
Let's
gonna
just
leave.
go.
I think everyone leaves. Sounds
Yeah.
good. Okay, everyone do your casting to get out. This is an essential one. Don't flub it.
7 successes.
I'm
no
good here.
nines.
Fuck. Do I
Um,
have a fortune point?
You do not.
Fuck.
Uh-oh.
It's okay. Where are you? You are light, which means you're
It's
beside
quite possibly
It's
the worst.
so
fumble.
bad.
Did you roll 99?
Yeah.
I roll 99.
99?
Love it. Okay, so on the roll of a 99,
I
it
like
randomly
this character.
affects one other character
Oh.
because
My
Zeech.
bad.
You piece of. I already know what's
It
coming.
randomly
to me.
affects another character.
Dan,
Everything you do
take it.
hurts my
It's about to
character.
come in.
Okay.
Okay, so that's 1, 2, 3, 4. Okay, and then 1.
I mean, if it's 4, it's me. Assuming it's following that order, to be fair.
Either way.
Is it? Yeah, 'cause 4 would be.
Opposite.
Yeah,
Do
but
you-
assuming it's following the order of the wheel is what I'm saying.
That's
No, but
right.
either way,
Oh.
look. 1,
No, no,
it
he
might
just
not be
means.
following the wheel.
I see.
He doesn't mean
Assuming
clockwise
it's
or
following the
anti-clockwise.
order of the wheel.
I thought you meant
it's me
in
either
one
way.
direction, not the other.
Yeah, no, but
It's
it'll be
me,
you.
isn't it?
Because
No.
if you go the other way, it's still the same.
It's the gold.
It's the gold. Oh, she is the center.
He could be going seat-wise or
So the
initiative.
gold takes
No.
92 wounds,
She can take that, right?
which
Maybe she can. Actually, she's tough.
it's no. I'm just doing her word save, which has failed. Does she have anything else? No. Right. Let me just. Okay. Lightning flashes down from the gate, and eye swashes across the side of it.
Frick.
Very briefly, as it attempts to form itself into the material plane, but cannot, because it's currently held in a book. Twice. But it's enough that an instant magical reaction flares down and it crackles down into her as she turns into Chaos Spawn.
Fuck.
Having taken herself down to 0 wounds, she immediately takes 1d10 plus 8 mutations. It's enough to turn her into a giant pile of flesh with wriggly tentacles.
It's your
And
future.
worse,
It's coming.
there is a chance if I roll a 9, it backclashes into another. 99s are great!
Is it
Wait,
a
wait,
nine?
wait.
That's a 6.
Fucking is as
That's
well.
6.
Okay, let's see who I get this time! he said a little bit too excitedly.
Balls.
And the second
Benoit.
one.
Benoit balls.
Put them in your bum.
Oh.
Nope. Nope.
Is it actually?
Of course it is.
Oh
It's
my
Sage's
gosh, I
fucking
know.
character. Screwing me over again.
87 plus 9. In your 132 wounds, which roll a die on a 9 or a 10, you will take it.
What? Okay.
What do you mean?
If you roll a 9 or a 10 on a single
Word save.
die,
Yeah.
You'll
you've got a word save.
Oh, sorry. I didn't mean like take it and then
You
I
will
get choice
take
to
it.
not.
No,
take
no, no,
it.
no. You'll not
survive.
be minced by it. You'll survive.
That's a 9, not a 6.
Turn it around.
This seems trustworthy.
Yeah. 96, dude. Unfortunately,
Fate points?
it hits.
Fortune
He
points?
doesn't have fate or fortune.
He does have fortune. He's magical. They all have fortune.
He
I mean, technically, they could.
spawns. Damn it, that's
That's like on both of our
Patriarch?
sides.
Yeah.
patriarch. Is that 2 patriarchs?
Yeah.
I've
Yeah.
only got one
A
left.
matriarch.
Come
and a
on.
patriarch, please.
Sorry, matriarch and patriarch. Only one left. Come on, a 9.
Oh, Andy.
Are you just? I think you're throwing another dice. And you're
He's done it again.
I
The
don't
game's
care.
gonna close.
Who am I going to take out this
This
time?
is. I'm just for the. This is not the first time I've said this. Andy should not be allowed to roll dice.
I just thought he lies.
No,
doesn't
no,
lie.
he is a nexus of luck.
It's the fact that they're my dice. It really hurts.
Fucking take them back. They're yours.
But
No,
it's
the
not the
laws have
dice.
stolen them.
I know. But still. If he doesn't have any
interesting.
dice, he can't hurt us, Lindsay. We've been
Interesting.
Stockholm
I have
syndromed.
backlash back down the amber one,
Oh,
which I've
fucking
already
great.
gone,
So
which
then you
is
just turn back into you.
It'll just come back.
you let you spawn.
really disappointing from my side, I'd just like to say. Here we go. As
I can adapt this. I like living as a chaos spawn. No, you've exploded.
The curse is so
I'm
strong
fine.
that it
I'll be okay.
flies.
I'll be. As he spirals off into a whole
Oh, I've got
host
my
of
word save.
many demons.
It's a 6 again.
You've been consumed most horribly. Poor guy. Curvin, I quite liked him. Yeah, well, Curvin's now dead.
mean, he wasn't
There is a chance for it to go again. I'll even throw it out this. Oh shit! I'll roll it out this time so you can all see if I get.
Oh my Christ.
Third 9 in a row! A 1 in 1,000 chance of that, and I've done it.
Right. I'll see us all next week.
You need to use a different die. That one clearly is called.
Wait, it's so unfair. It's just like, these guys succeeded. It's so sad for them.
It's hit Ed. Amethyst.
Oh my god.
0
the other
wounds.
patriarch.
Yeah.
He's on 0 wounds as well. You take 8 wounds. 0 8.
Okay, that's
Only
fine.
0 8.
He's on 0
Which
wounds.
you
I know
have
I
a
know
ward
what 0
save
is.
as well.
That's 8
Ward
critical.
save.
Your ward save is 6 plus.
Oh, come
Oh,
on.
that's not bad.
We like those odds.
We do like those.
Do like
odds.
those odds.
Tasty wheat. It's a 2.
Never tell me the odds.
As it hits
A
hard.
2N?
But that's only a +8 critical.
It is,
is-
which is for most people death. But you are the Amethyst Patriarch.
Yeah.
And one of your things is that you ignore criticals
Oh, well, that's useful.
unless they cause death.
Oh, that's less useful.
Why does he do this?
Might not be dead. It's not.
look, on
he
the good
ignores
side,
them completely
you're immortal.
unless he dies by the critical's word,
Yeah.
which is +10 critical plus only, which means that +8 is not enough to
not
kill
enough.
him. So on the 1d100 roll, the roll of 0-8 saves him,
Yeah.
but it might go again.
Fuck off. Not again.
What? Let it stop.
No, it's a 7. As the magical backlash comes to an end. You almost killed them all, Sage. You were so close.
Damn it!
Secret mission.
As it rolled.
But
Next,
she's in the cabal.
Last
next,
keep all over again.
the gate and the chain reaction that's been set into place. Okay, the only chance it won't go off is on a 99.
Okay, cool. So
That's another 2 9s. I'll roll it out just because it's more fun. 23. We're good. The gate receives the enormous backlash of Dar that suddenly launches into it. And it goes. Now, this is one of those moments that if it was a manga, we all know exactly what's going to occur. Because anyone who's watched any anime from about 1990 onwards knows that Japanese manga and anime love having an enormous explosion in the center of one of their cities.
Oh.
They do it a lot. It's that big circle of light that comes out. And that's exactly what occurs, except it's a great rainbow-colored swirl of light in a great circle, and it eats downwards also. For 1d10 miles.
Oh, cool.
Which means you might not get away. I might only roll a mile. If I roll a mile, you're guaranteed to get out because you're all really very good at what you do. If I roll a 9, that will explode. Because, you know, nines.
1.
No, it's not. It's 1.
Oh.
Disappointing.
Yes!
After all those 9, that's really disappointing. Okay. Out it goes for a mile or so.
That's
And
about
almost
Dunkelberg.
a mile down.
More Skaven.
That's going to cause quite a bit of issues, including a slightly weaker crust in this area. I like it. We'll see what the ramifications are for that later. Slightly weaker, depends how thick it is. You're right by a mountain range. It's probably quite thick, depending upon exactly how it formed. I'm going to do a bit of reading just to make sure. But we've had ourselves a whole mile worth of crust has gone around a planet.
So then it's just tasty bread. That's how it works.
That is exactly how planet eaters think.
It's just
Ed.
flat.
I
so
have
it's
no
just-
idea what sort of brain you've got.
Just, you'll just hit the turtle underneath.
Oh, yeah, good point.
Good reference.
Nice. It is, from the individual characters' perspectives, somewhat fraught. Stern Glanzend disappears into the heavens. He will be found at approximately 2522.
Oh.
No.
Was he gone into the storm of Shemtet?
He has.
Brilliant.
Bye-bye.
And unless you do something particularly impressive as a PC group, he has not got a good future ahead of him. If you do, he might land in sweetness and light. Who knows where he is going? As for the rest, roll a d10. I'm going to roll for Jade.
Do I roll?
Yeah, everybody roll a d10.
Well,
Who is
I'm deed.
your
8.
deed, yeah. You've rolled it an 8, good.
8.
6, good.
1.
Wait,
1.
how are you not dead from
8,
rolling
good.
your 99?
I don't know.
How the fuck does that work? 'Cause that's the other thing. I thought it said it was going to take someone else out. So we never rolled any damage for...
No, it didn't do anything to her. I'm 99.
Oh!
It's just you, dude.
I want to say you have no
somebody's-
consequences.
Screenshot that! Somebody screenshot that!
I'm sorry, I'm just doing what Fucking hell. No one rolled a 9?
Nope.
Okay, good. That means... Oh, I've not got JD Guy. No, he didn't either. So that means it's only the blue that gets zopped off somewhere else. Everyone else escapes.
Huzzah.
As they do so, watching on from afar, a wizard takes some notes, turns round to another and says, "They closed it." The other one says, "I did not expect that." No. Says, "The demons didn't even seem to attack them. They failed." Oh. Says, "I'll take it back to the patriarch." And he says, "He prefers to be called the Grand Magister now." Whatever. I don't care. He was always a dick. Pretentious cunt. He says, "Don't say that to him. You know what he's like. He's got a fucking dragon now." Exactly. Pretentious cunt. He says, looks up. "I can't believe they just closed it." "That's good," he says. "By my calculations, we might be able to do that to the Northern Gate." He says, "I think that might work. Better them than us." "How many of them died?" 2. Says, "Good odds. It's a lake water." Says, "I'll take it back to the rest of the cabal. Goodbye. Goodbye." And they go off in their own separate directions. Bringing the Chaos Gate to an end. Good job, guys!
And we blew up Dunkelberg.
Yay!